those freaking hips, shrimps. I'm making to make enough noise like Bam Bam. Throw boulders from bedrock, you'll get dropped by Slam Man, so check it. I'm making the record quick, oh shucks. I give it the got big ducks like Daddy War Bucks, oh Anna. I'm making the rock the Coca, Cabana, banana, split, hot, spit, so sick. I'm making the freaking from here to Bangladesh. I'm ripping flesh, plus I get spread like this, shish. Shiggity shush, kid, you'll get done. Squish for fun. I riggedy rhyme like no one. I riggedy bum, riggedy rush, chickity jumps, I'm savage. I shake them up and down like the Dow Jones average. I'm cocky like Rocky. I biggity bangs the best. So diggity tell your friend chum, cause here comes Das of Facts.
Yeah, straight out the sewer, you know what I'm saying? Microphone, check, microphone on the mic. Microphone, check, microphone, you know what I'm saying? That's my microphone. Yo, who on the back? Yo, check it.
A higgity hoy that matey on my giggity got stuff low. My Saturday nights are live than Joe Blitzker post. So yo, siggity take the bait for Charlie Tuna. See, I be the boogie banger like a sire since the boomer. I'm giggity hot to track and giggity got the mic. Jules plus dress, so toots call me Goldie. And giggity gets the scoop from Peter Jennings. Do a spin like the mag, and I spot like Peggy Fleming. Or spiggity smack a bag and yoke him up until he squeal like Hawaiian punch the captain. Now I'm maxing with Turnil. I biggity pack still. I got a big gun. I'm bringing a track from Brooklyn, cause I'm Brooklyn's where I'm from. Microphone, check, microphone, check, microphone, check, microphone,
Word out.
microphone,
You know what I'm
check,
saying? My man,
microphone,
yeah, mic check,
microphone, check,
What's up?
microphone, check,
Who on the back?
microphone, check, microphone, check up,
Check.
microphone, check,
Mic check,
microphone,
mic
check
check.
up, microphone,
Yo.
check, microphone,
In the
check
house.
up. Tickety time to get bucked. Wow, call me Butterfingers cause I drippity drops nuff style. Giggity eeny meeny miny mo. Shiggity bop bop, I snatch a rapper by the toe. Yo, I riggedy wipe my pages when I biggity feel the flavor. I biggity rise the friendly sky, so now I be a sky pager. Let pew, I biggity reach the bunker, the rough deathly cruncher. Word to arch bunker. So give me the mic and I biggity light it up like Uncle Fester. Microphone checker, 1, 2, checker. Oh yes sir, I diggity take no shorts, I'm not the fella. Yo, I can even act. Stella, yo Stella. The diggity comes the bum rush. Mayday, no static. I niggity knows more kids than baby. So higgity hey, not Dwayne, but I got props. I biggity bust rhymes like slick rip bust shots. So when I biggity freak the funk, I be the ill funk freaker. I stiggity stole an apple from this bum named Bonita. So biggity rubber dub, I got the lip to make you flip. Bustin' heads with Eric Sherman and my nigga Palace Smith. Microphone,
Yo, mic check, yo.
check,
Yo, that's special now, you know what I'm saying? Yo, the books of the birds is in the house, you know what I'm saying? Yo, it's that time, you know what I'm saying? Straight out the sewer. Word up. Sewage, you know it? Yeah, check it out.
Diggity kiss my grits, check the jingle. I diggity don't lose, but snooze like Rip Van Winkle. So twinkle, 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 little star. I diggity slam dunk like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Numbskull, I diggity pump up like we rock pumps. I diggity freak the stuff to make a camel lose his humps. Chumps, so wiggity where's the beef, chief? He figured it fits the mold like the gold that's on his teeth. I rock some, I sock some, I drop some. So wiggity ready, set down. Hut 1, hut 2. I diggity dot my eyes and cross my tiggity teeth, bro. I swiggity swing more action than Hawaii 5.
Microphone,
So, yo,
check,
we out, you know what I'm saying? Word up.
microphone, check,
Mic check.
microphone,
Mic check, yo.
microphone,
Yo,
check,
yo.
microphone,
You hear me?
check up,
Alright,
microphone,
yeah.
check,
Yo, we out.
check up,
We back to
microphone,
that,
check,
you know what I'm saying?
microphone,
Out.
check up, microphone,
Got to check,
microphone,
sign off.
check up, microphone,
Alright.
check, microphone,
Check it.
check up,
Mic check.
microphone, check,
Pop's finest, man. Yeah. Yeah, not really. It's Dawes effect.
1892.
Say,
But
brr,
the
write
reason-
that down.
Yeah, write that down. Yeah, the reason I
Again,
picked that one is I
Those
get
guys rhymed, dude. They rhymed.
They rhyme. They
It
did.
was epic, man. The best part happens right now.
Yeah, it does.
Just messing with you.
The reason I picked that one out because I'm getting my microphone fixed tomorrow.
Check
why
the
not?
mic.
Check mic. I got to get my professional studio microphones in here so I can sound like a professional.
You sound like Elvis.
Right? Not quite like Elvis. No. Nobody can sound like the king, right?
Wash your hair, man.
No, you're right. Johnny Bravo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hoo-ha! Hey, mama.
The four, what is it called? Foreshadowing that they did in that cartoon, man. Have you looked at the 9/11 foreshadowing and Johnny Bravo? It's
It's legit. That's how you know it's real, man.
Absolutely.
It's in the movies, the
There's something
cartoons,
cool
The
that
Simpsons.
Restream gave me a counter so I can see how many people are in each different platform. Like I got one person over on Rumble. I got 8 people in Perspective Rules and 2 people in Welcome to Flat Earth.
Right on. Shout out Restream, you
I'm
know.
telling you. And I shout out David Koresh, Pushing Buttons, and Chris Connolly, Post Anything, and let's see. Post
Harold
Anything now
Tom.
Post Anything too. I guess
Got-
he changed his name because I got tired of looking at Post Anything.
Shout out to this beautiful panel, Chris Connolly and
Oh, yeah,
Ryan Cookie, the monster.
He's a monster. Is he on his microphone though? Microphone check.
Check, Mike. Check. Yeah. Yeah.
I think he's off in the woods playing with himself, or
Yeah.
AI, one of the two. I can't get rid of this counter though. It's like kind of in the way of my screen. It's sitting there looking at me like, "This is how many people are watching your ass." Like, oh, thanks.
Yeah.
How's everybody's day going?
It's almost over.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
pretty damn close to it. Got 20 or 38 minutes left of this day for me. Then it becomes tomorrow. Who determines what tomorrow is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever said tomorrow might not ever be here, though, is probably wrong again. You
Yeah,
freaking
been there.
inconsistent liars. Their credibility's shot, dude.
I've never
Most
heard
of the
anybody.
time tomorrow comes, you know, most time.
Yeah, usually it does.
Just saying statistically here.
Yeah. So I got a picture of Saturn I got off the internet. What do you think? I'll show.
Ah,
you.
is that Mikey?
And no, this is somebody else. It's just a P900 picture of Saturn.
Yeah.
I can see rings. Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually what I see through my telescope. It'll look like 2 little bars sticking out the sides.
But yeah, that's light
Just
bending.
flat little just like you see in there, just flat little
Yep.
bars sticking out the sides. Really,
I've never looked at Saturn. I've looked at Venus, Mercury, Moon. I never looked at the sun. Maybe I should do that one day if I get a solar filter. What else have I not looked at? I've looked at Mars. Yeah. It's hard to find these things, dude, with telescopes. It ain't easy. People think it's like, oh, you just point and there it is. No.
I'm a natural.
I've heard, JJ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Harmon gave you props, man.
did you say Jupiter?
I haven't seen Jupiter, no.
Oh, okay. The moons of Jupiter is easy to see. There's 4 of them.
Yeah. I've seen Carl do it with a P900, man. It's not that hard.
Man, I got a 10 times monocular, just a little handheld one, and you could see the 4 moons just with that thing.
I've had a long day. Just been work was just straight up hectic when I got there.
Good
Dick
time.
Van Dyke's here. I'll say hi to him. No, he's not Dick Van Dyke. It's just Dick. Dick Wayne. Mr. Wayne.
Hello. Hello.
I never had a problem with the name Richard or Dick, but when you were at grade school, I mean, everybody made fun of everybody named Dick. I guess it's a natural thing. I don't know. And I mean, parents shouldn't think about that, but I mean, I guess Richard's a common name, ain't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, I imagine people would make fun of people like normally that were named that way. You did. Probably I did. Matter of fact, I know I did. There's Ryan now. He finally popped back up.
Sorry, I was having a conversation with the wife, and she's not
You
real
were
open.
You were
to,
talking to
flat Earth.
AI again.
There you are.
You were talking to AI.
No, I was
I
talking
know
with the
it.
real wife this time.
The real life. At least you admit it.
Hey, Scott, how's it going, man?
Hey, I was just wondering, Roger,
Quit
where did
picking
you
on
get
me.
this? Where'd you get that picture? The picture of Saturn from? Because that is not how it looks through a P900.
I don't know. I guess it was a P900. It was just online.
I've
I was gonna
never
argue
seen.
that, but I don't own a P900. I didn't want to argue about something.
Yeah, I mean, I zoomed in on it, but it's kind of grainy. But yeah, that's not how it looks through a P900.
So
No,
this,
that's the
That's how it
composite.
looks through my old reflector telescope and my Newtonian power
Have you-
127.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the quote unquote rings like flat like that, like where you can't see the back? Because typically you always see the back of it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tilted usually. You know what I mean? That's what I meant.
I'm usually looking through about an 80 times magnification, like a 20 millimeter eyepiece.
That's
80
what I
times zoom?
normally use too. That's
Yeah.
what I use with me.
And that P900 is about 90, ain't it?
85. That's 85. P900 is 85. P1000 is 125.
Well, that's definitely you can't see better than that though.
But that's what do you call it? Optical, not optical, digital zoom too. You know what I'm saying? There's a big difference between optical and digital.
Yeah, right now I'm trying to open up Google Maps. I'm going to do something on it here in a minute. Anybody got Google Maps laying around? I have it downloaded, but it's like a different kind of version. It doesn't pull you down like I like it. For some, I don't know why.
Chris, you probably have that, right?
What?
Google Maps. Do you have it on your PC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to look for Pablo's spot, the one he uses. I want to find that island and get its elevation profile. I'm trying to get to it.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember where he's at. It's in Santa Barbara, I think.
What are you saying, Roger? You can't use Google Maps right now, or you don't have it on the?
I have it, but it's downloaded differently. It's kind of strange.
Oh,
It's a different version than Google. I can't remember what it is. Look at this man.
What am I looking up?
it's just Google freaking Maps, man. It's not like it's not Google Earth, right? Is it Google Earth or Google Maps?
Yeah.
That's Maps, right?
Google Maps. Well,
Flat map.
flat maps, yeah. The Google Pro is the best one to use.
It's kind of weird how that works, right? I mean, all the maps are flat.
I know
JJ, isn't that strange?
I know.
Isn't that weird?
It is.
Nah,
weird.
man, nah.
It's a conspiracy. I'm telling you.
We just flattened the old Blake spheroid is all.
Yeah. Mhm. So it's going to be Santa Barbara area, is what I'm looking. Oh, somebody's coming in the back door. Who could this be?
Oh,
So,
you
It's
invite
Chris,
No.
what lake were you at the other day? That was a cool lake. It reminded me of Eastern Tennessee, which is probably where you were, right?
It was Cove Lake State Park.
What city's
Yeah,
that near?
it's right. It's right. There's a dam right here, and then it's over here. This lake, north of Knoxville.
Oh, north of Knoxville. Okay, yeah, a little further
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put
further
I'm gonna
west
put
than I was thinking.
Does anybody want to have monkey cat pad on?
negative, Roger.
No, you know the answer to that.
Well, yeah, I'm just asking. You know,
Sheesh, what is
He's still
going
not-
on?
he's still
You
knocking
know-
on the back door. You know,
Outwarmed welcome comes to mind.
Why though?
I don't
There's not
get
even a topic. Is there a topic even so far?
not really. We're gonna look
So-
at that and.
So what does he want to do? Just hang out with a bunch of people that he thinks are retards? Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
No, he's trolling for content, dude. He's gonna bring it back over to like. Drunk
Oh, is that what they try to do? Okay, I always forget that part. That's still so stupid.
Look what the Flurf said today. I don't know. What did we say today?
Send in.
Yeah,
the
that was really
chat.
weird. I looked up that channel because I got
think it's
freaking.
right here, where he makes his observation from the university. Right, it shoots. Yeah, I think go out further, back toward right. No, go back down, and you see where like this little scoop in the middle. He's viewing from I think the left side to the right.
That's a cove.
This cove right here, this little thing right here up front. So there's an island down here somewhere supposedly, out toward the bottom of it, right down here. If I can get my zoom in on go down the
There's an island.
not that island, no. It's a little island right off the coast. Like it's real small supposedly. There's supposed to be an island.
Well, right there was one, right there on the left.
right there.
Yeah, there's an island, right? Right there.
I don't see an island. I don't see what they're talking about.
What is that thing?
Well, I think it may be the observation point, maybe here, to where this grid is down there, whatever that is. I don't
How
see
many
an
miles
island
off the
anywhere
coast?
in there. Yeah, I don't see any island right off the coast there. I wonder how far that is to the big island, though.
That's got to be probably hundreds of miles, right?
I want to go with like 75 at least. maybe.
I'd have to pull up like
It's hard to
Google
tell
Earth
from-
to do the.
It's hard to tell distances on this, obviously, because you don't have any scale. Do you have a what do you call it? A key? Scale
Yeah.
key?
No,
No.
I'd have to do that Google Earth.
Yeah.
I still don't see the whole island. You know, that Deplorable was talking about off the coast there.
So what's the point? They're trying to say what now?
That it should be in
Oh,
Paco's
no.
hands when he goes left to right.
Are you talking about when they were doing that horizontal thing that we were, me and you
Well,
were covering?
It's just his 36-mile observation from to the power station. You can actually see the power station at 36 miles with a P900 from across the bay.
Oh,
And there's supposedly an island like down at the bottom of the. If I could, I can't point at it. You wouldn't be able to see what I'm pointing at. But go down to the right hand side. Like there's an island in between the point from one side to the other to the highway. You see the highway that runs up the coast, right on that
101.
line? Yeah, there's an island somewhere right off this bottom part. Yeah, right in there. There's supposed to be an island. I don't see an island. Do you see an island?
There it is. No. No.
Is that it?
There's something over here, maybe? No.
Those are the oil rigs. That's what he has in his
Oh.
pan. So it's going to be over
Okay.
to the right hand side of there. There should be it's supposed to be an island right there. Yeah, that's not an
Here.
island. What the? Holy fuck! So it's that little platform that's out there. Not that far down. No, we're not looking that far down. The power station's right at the end of the highway down there. You see that little gray spot, the big gray spot right in there. That's where right there. That's where the. I don't see an island. I don't know what he's talking about. That's where the power station is, right where you're going in. So we got an observation from here to there.
So somewhere out over
That's
here,
21
maybe.
foot above sea level. That's not an island, is it?
That's no.
It's a mirage.
I don't know what the hell that is. Is that what he's
Something
talking?
to
That's for
block the
that
waves.
port.
Or,
Yeah, that's to keep the water out. That's down on the sea level. You're not going to see that. He's man's high, dude.
Is that like a levee? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's like a levee to keep the water from coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the ship's dock in there.
Floodgates, huh?
Yeah. And Monkey Cat's still knocking at the back door. He's coming in and coming out on purpose to get my attention.
And you're falling for it,
but
dude.
You can't come in.
Oh, JJ, we have a problem, sir.
Houston?
Yeah, we need a broom.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I'm
thanks.
not. I can't.
I got it.
gotta-
I got it.
Which one? Tara has lice.
Has lice, yeah. Bye.
See you later.
They don't get it, do they? We don't want to see their comments. We don't need them to come in and muddy the waters anymore. It's just stupid, dude. We're just looking at straight facts here.
I'm just going in this blind, man. I have no idea.
I don't see an island there. That's exactly where he showed the island at on the Google Maps. Was right there, right down off the coast, right there. And if he's panning over the oil rigs, he would not see that. That's what he's complaining about. And he said he's a liar. The oil rigs are way back over there. Yeah. That's where the power station is, I think, in this group of buildings here. And that's 21 foot above sea level. So I don't see an island. No,
Refraction.
never.
Are you talking about Pablo's dog?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
His black swan observation, that he caught the power station 36 miles away from where he was at the observation point.
Mhm.
Well, there's a flying dino bird in the chat.
So somewhere from down here, he's looking up over to these oil rigs from down here.
This one too.
Got you.
Yeah.
I'm on.
Thanks, JJ. Look at you go.
Dude, Restream's being nice tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Just allowing me to have another page open.
Sweet.
It's a miracle.
Maybe they've corrected some of their shit.
Hmm.
I hear StreamYard's getting just as bad too. It's like the platform's kicking people out because they're adding more stuff to it. There's more data that has to go into it, like all their little options and shit.
Hmm.
I never had
Is
a problem any of them on this PC. This PC was set up for this very thing. So, this is a streaming PC, and I want to shout out Barbara, Jehovah's daughter, for getting it for me. I think we have determined there's not an island where he's showing it. And that there's no way you'd see that island from that distance. We even went a P900.
The one straight across is not farther than.
Well, it's
that's
way past the oil rigs. It's like twice as far to that big island. See it? See the
Yeah,
oil
but-
rig here?
Yeah, but you're saying you could see the gray spot over there. What'd you say that was with the levee?
Yeah, that's where the power station is, I think.
Right. If you could see the
Or,
power
or,
station.
or it's either here or up a little bit further. I think it's closer to where the rigs are, so
Right.
we're in between, in the middle. See if you can find a power station.
It's just a little bit farther to the island, right? If you went straight across.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's focusing on the power or the oil rigs when he pans across.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And those are 17 miles. I think some of them are a little bit further, but that
Yeah.
island is a lot further than that.
JJ, you might as well get rid of that one too.
Get rid of what one? Oh,
You see,
oh yeah.
you see this one?
Yeah, I see
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh
Charity
yeah.
station, but
Bye bye.
Like the
Yeah.
Kool-Aid man.
Watcher does
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
thermoelectric plant.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. It's an electric plant.
So there seems to be some kind of pier.
Okay, there's a pier. All right, we're with you. But the electric plant's out on that peninsula, right?
The electric plant is right up over here, I guess.
Well, it's just a tower. It's out. It's like a light tower. Can we go down to like ground level? Yeah, I don't know if you can look at a street view.
Where at? On the pier?
You could. If you type
Yeah,
it in.
you should be able to look at any street that's there.
Yeah.
Or look from any street.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see if we can find this tower that he's looking at.
Hey, did you guys know that you can have your property blocked from Google if you send them a letter?
Oh, I didn't know that, huh? Nice. There's tons of them in there, ain't there?
You know how I found that out?
That was
Somebody
a
in my
fun
neighborhood
one,
has their fucking house blocked out.
JJ do dildo. That was a
There you
good
go.
one. Creative, guys.
I
Creative.
know they're on it, man. They're really on it.
A plus on that one.
Snipey, snipey.
Eric, how you doing, man?
I can see the oil rigs from this pier right here.
Oh, you
Oil
can,
rigs.
dude. Yeah, you should be able to see those. I'm telling you.
How
They're
far
all
are they
across
from
that
there?
level. Yeah.
How far is it from there, Roger? Do you know? Like, what do you think?
The oil rigs, I would say they're probably like 10, 8 miles.
10? Yeah. Should be.
You're not using a zoom camera for this. This is the regular camera.
What is it? 60 feet at 10 miles? What is it again? I forget. Or 100 feet at 10 miles? No.
No, you just got to square the function.
It's 60, I think.
Got to shout out all these legends, man. We got Kerry Skates, Memorial
Oh, hey, Kerry.
Gardens, Terra, Lord Racer, all the legends, dude.
Yeah.
Dave Koresh.
And there's a guy here,
Canda's
30
in
Girls Snot Cave, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Well, what is that? Oh, Paradise Lice.
Yeah.
30 Grit Snot
Yeah.
Cave.
Taking out garbage.
I know. Well, when you knock over a dumpster, a lot of trash falls out.
Raccoons come and everything.
Say hi to Drunk Debunk for me, and don't forget Watchcast. He's quite the. He's doing members only streams, so you can't go see what he's doing anymore.
It depends on your eye height. What do we get? Because there's sea level. What do you 20
Well-
feet above?
Well, the tower itself is 21 feet above, but they're practically like your height in feet is like your height. They're standing in a pier. The pier's got to be how high above the sea? Maybe what 10, 15 feet to the water. Yeah, so you got to account for that too.
So that ain't much though. That's
No, it ain't nothing to really
12 feet.
really make an account. There's somebody in here named RG Silvers. Never heard of him.
Was.
Was.
Yeah, I didn't get
Right.
to,
Past tense.
Fast.
I didn't get to see that deplorable thing. The one me and you covered, Roger, that was somewhere off of like Ibiza. You had
Yeah,
walked away. Yeah, I didn't get to see where this thing, which
Yeah,
is
I'm not-
probably another
I'm not
bias
worried about
thing
that, really,
they were
tell you.
showing.
So
They
this
probably
is where
only
the
showed
power
one
station.
picture or something.
So what are we looking at here?
Well, this is a pier off the coast where the power station is.
Flatter.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to be looking across the water? Is that what you're saying?
Well, hey, we're not doing it. We're just doing a street view here. We're not out doing an observation.
No, I get it, but I'm saying you're just trying to see if there's a perspective of it.
Yeah.
Curiosity.
So I'm looking for the power station tower. That's what we're looking for because it's 21 foot high. He's putting a marker down.
He can see the
Well-
tower, 21 foot high from where he is at the college.
Yeah, he's at 45 feet above
Yeah.
sea level. At the
And then
college.
how far is that from him? That 21 foot tower.
It's supposedly 30, 35, 36 miles away.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy.
It sounds
Got
That's
a
nuts.
gas head in the house.
Well, he uses reference
that's good.
points across the mountain range too to actually verify what he's looking at too.
Mhm.
And Ken Rotman's here. You forgot to say hi to Ken.
Hello.
Kenny,
About land, boys. Is that there's landmarks and you can find
Yeah,
your way
yeah,
by
it's
looking.
amazing, isn't it?
When you're in the
So we're
ocean,
getting measurements. We're getting what? I mean, if we took tinfoil hats observation, have you ever looked at that?
Mm-mm.
We did it on flats. This tinfoil hat man went out to one of the
that,
coastlines in Scotland. He took a telescope and he
Yeah, right.
went across to an island and looked at what was the thing? It was a lighthouse and a bar and grill that were on the other coast from him. And he went below sea level. He went down in a low tide during low tide and went under sea level. And he took the telescope down there. And he actually caught the whole thing. I can look at tinfoil hats observation. I'll get Keith to give me his link. That's a 36-mile observation too with a telescope. Below sea level during low tide. He actually went down in the muck, walked down into the seabed, and did it. And who was it? Michael Kahn was with him when he did it, helped him carry his equipment out there.
There's somebody I haven't seen in a while.
Now, Michael's still hanging. Right? He's still a Patreon on FED.
Mm.
He's giving links for Neil to watch and stuff. So Nathan's covering stuff that Michael wants to still cover.
Roger, have you seen Barbara lately?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't seen her at all.
She got evicted from where her pace
Yeah, I
was.
was going to ask you about that. I have not seen her anywhere. Like,
No, for a while.
But I would ask Mr. Super Sidewinder. I think he talks to her a lot. I'm not sure, but maybe I'm right.
No, he hasn't talked to her in a while. I talked to him about.
I know, but I'm saying I think he does keep in contact with her every once
No,
in a while.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. He hasn't been in contact with her in, as long
But
as
who-
I haven't been.
Who was it? Who was it that was over at her house when you went and met her?
But that was Greg B.
Greg.
Yeah.
Have you talked to him?
I talked to him on Sobs like last week.
Okay, so then you can find out what's going on with her, right?
Well, yeah, but I hear she's not at her same place anymore.
Oh,
You said
I didn't-
Sidewinder hasn't seen her either?
No, yeah, nor talked to
I'm
her.
guessing not. I don't know. I'm concerned though. I mean, I know she's probably fine, but too much.
She goes in and out sometimes. Like it's like
Yeah,
once in a
but
while.
like I said, sometimes
It's been
when you
like
have
8
life,
months, dude.
life does. You got
I'm
to.
gonna
She
stop
takes
sharing this
breaks.
Yeah, I do too. I
It's-
try. Never.
so I don't know the exact location.
No, and the thing is, what I'm going to do is pull up Pablo's video with it in it, and we'll take a look, see exactly where it is.
Okay.
You're talking about the island?
Pablo's dog. His,
Yeah.
his,
What are you talking about?
yeah.
Finding out what?
he's got a black swan observation of the power station, like the
Oh, that one.
towers.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Oh, that one. Like as if you understand it more now.
No, we don't know exact distance. We got to figure that out and exactly where the thing is. We can find it on the map.
He says it. Doesn't he always like every
Yeah, he does.
video? Almost every video, he like tells you, okay, that's the 22 miles. That's
Where it is, yeah, its location.
30 something miles. Blah blah blah.
No, he's got a couple of new observations he's done recently.
That are like really clear and like
No, not really. No,
Good.
he did a bird pan where he's taking pictures of birds flying into the. Let's see if I can find his black swans. Somebody's knocking at my door. Somebody's ringing my bell.
Monkey knock.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. That's not the helicopter map.
You could tell by the limp wrist.
Oh, this reminds me of Planer Walk. You remember him, right?
They know what.
Oh yeah, what a
Yeah, dude.
goof.
Vaguely. I mean,
He's transitioning, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I bet. Straight
what-
from
what
modern
do you
day
mean
to bay.
transitioning?
Yeah,
What are you talking
he's
about?
become My Little Pony.
Oh, God.
Mm.
Let's save us all.
He's playing with
Lord
Barbie
Racer, Lord Racers in California.
That's normal.
Yeah,
dolls. Is he?
he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
At Disneyland.
That's where they say, when they, 77. California, they always say the 91 and the 5.
Scottish
What?
AI. It's confirmed.
Somebody's been smoking, I think.
Are you smoking crack?
Smoking.
AI crack. It's
Oh, they think
augmented reality crack.
Yeah. Well, any of these observations, they automatically think that if you see something that you shouldn't be seeing, it's automatically just refraction doing the whole observation.
Yeah,
Just like-
Of course it is. It's always refreshing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
between
Yeah,
refraction
they're-
and gravity, it could cure cancer and like.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
well, their
They should
excuses
get
are
on that.
what the fuck they come up with.
You know what I always think about? I drive at night over hills, and I'm like, where is this refraction of light when I can't see the freaking road when I'm going over a hill? It's always black. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
wait,
you-
why can't there be
yeah,
refraction now?
That's a good point because, like
Seriously.
once you start to wake up, you realize that these things should be happening all the time and you don't see them ever. Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, I'm going to show you guys the observation, the exact one, the line of sight that he got with the one where he got the power station.
Roger always listens to things.
And throw this in here. I just got it. I found it. Boop. And we'll compare it to the map, and you'll see what I'm saying. Like there's no island where we were looking. I don't know what deplorable if ilk was on.
So they're trying to say there's an island you can't see or something. Is that what they're trying to say?
There's an island right here. This thing. See that little dot right there, whatever
Between-
the fuck that is. You see where my mouse is?
Yeah, that's a
And so they're trying.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to
it
say.
should be in
Okay.
That's in your asshole or something like that.
God Almighty! Holy shit! That's almost at sea level. That's
It makes more sense.
oh, fuck.
Sorry.
And deplorable is sitting there saying that Pablo is an extreme liar because he doesn't show that in his pans every time he goes from the
Yeah. There they go, expecting things already.
yeah on a moving body of water. That doesn't make any sense to me. Oh well.
Oh, well.
Giving that guy the time of day
there,
is just
there.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Giving him the time of day is the worst part.
Yeah, like for real.
It's like, why are we even talking to this fucking asshole?
Well, yeah, I let him on because I got tired of it. I went to Discord. They all like telling me this all refraction and all this other shit. People were like, I said, dude, I'm just stating facts. I'm looking at an object that I should not be able to see from a distance that I shouldn't be able to see it at. So shut the fuck up. And they just keep screaming. I gave them an opportunity to come on and present. They didn't present anything. They just critiqued my presentation.
Yeah,
Except
or the-
Icy Spin brought the bars. You were there, Chris. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nonsense too. And the rate of curvature, we're not here to talk about the rate of. Oh yeah, we are. We're talking about the curvature of the Earth, and it doesn't comport to what your observations are. And that was a janky ass observation to begin with. They're not. That thing ain't even level on that hilltop, dude. It's set up on pebbles, on stones, on a rocky cliff.
Sounds like their entire globe belief.
It does. And that Chris, you got the Google Maps up again? Oh,
Yeah,
here
I
we
put it back. It was from, I don't know, are you sharing? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like from right here, this pier,
That's what you're
this
looking
dot,
at.
and they were going across. So, and he was like right here.
Yeah,
So
it's like the power station's back a little bit further. Yeah. Or it's right here on this little peninsula, one of the two.
So I just dropped it there, and he's looking across this way.
Well, hell, you can see the mountain range over there. Oh, look, there's oil rigs. Holy shit. And they're not even zooming in on it, dude. They're not. Yeah. Oh, there's another globe debunk. Yeah. They're a million, aren't they?
So this is the
Yeah. So the observations come from out there. Yeah.
yeah, this right here would be
The distance is incredible, actually, considering the
would be,
rate of drop, man, would be.
let's see, that would be the first, and then this would be what would you see?
That's
Yeah,
where
from here to here.
Yeah, that's a long ass shot, dude.
That's why you're here. What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Boy, it's all refracted. The coast is refracted. The highways refracted. Everything's refracted.
And that's the exact location where
Crazy,
Earth is
isn't
oblate. You know, it's a little flatter right there. It's chubbier in the
It's
middle.
one of those spots, yeah. I know.
It's kind of like a pear, you guys.
balls are
Come
oblate.
on.
And gravity's pulling us all to the center,
Yeah.
including water, mass, gas. You know, it's all
Yeah,
Gas,
mass,
gas and crap.
gas and mass.
yeah, mass attractive mass. Your balls would constantly be clacking, dude.
Yeah, but you know, I did that thing with the zero G girl, and
Attracts
she's like,
gas, I heard.
they don't even say mass attracts mass when you get to the college level. They don't even calculate that. They
Well,
don't.
they have to be careful because once they start teaching you string theory, then everything's out the door. You'll just believe anything.
Yeah. And then we go into relativity and all this other horse shit.
All this other bullshit.
Yeah. The warping and bending of the space-time continuum creates everything, and gravity wells, and yet there is no gravity you have to account for when you're making a trip between these gravity wells. But when you get to the gravity wells, then
Gravity wells now.
gravity wells.
Oh.
Yeah. The wells
Pockets
are
of gravity.
Yeah.
Einstein's hair alone debunks gravity.
Oh, did anybody watch all Cubby stuff? I haven't had a chance to watch his trip to the observatory. I imagine that would have been a decent watch. I've been sharing them, but I haven't got a chance to sit down and watch them yet. Shout out to Cubby Bear, by the way. I haven't seen him in forever.
Woo, woo. Shout out, Mr. Cubby
videos
Bear. Good
today.
work, man. You know,
Yeah. And
out in the
Cubby
field.
got a shout out on Mark's show. Saab shouted out Cubby Bear, and who else did he shout out? Oh, there's Nathan Oakley.
Speaking of shout outs, Mr.
That's not Nathan Oakley. That's not.
Again,
Let me go check that because there's an imposter out there.
We're gonna take a gandy.
With the A at the end of it, it makes it
That
suspicious.
ain't him, dude.
I was gonna say, what's the A doing?
Yeah,
You
he's Nathan
jackass.
Oakley, 1980, and that's his channel name. Nothing else.
Nice try, Globy.
Yeah.
You failed, just like proven curvature in motion.
Yeah, there's nothing on his channel too. All right, sure. I've been to Nathan Oakley's channel. It's full of live streams. I'm a moderator over there. Believe it or not, it's weird.
The sheer desperation.
I know.
know?
Alone. Hi, I'm Nathan Oakley. Are you gonna be somebody you're not, just to get content, or I don't know, to make yourself relevant in the conversation? I don't get it, man. I mean, just be yourself. Don't go out here. My name is Roger Ledwell. I have a YouTube channel. I cover topics like flat Earth. What do you cover? Oh, you got this troll channel that you made just to go over and troll people that have real channels and cover content. Amazing. You're a shell of a man. That's all I got to say.
If you ever go to Drunk Debunk, they got Roger Ledwell. They got let's see, there's a few of them, man, and they'll be donating. Like Roger Ledwell just donated $5. Like,
did I? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's quite a few of them.
Yeah, they're so cute.
That really keeps me up at night. I can't sleep now.
I can't sleep either, but it ain't because of that.
Has nothing to do with Drunk Debunk.
That AI's got old Cookie.
Yeah.
Can't.
So
sleep right.
when's the wedding bells going to chime in?
They're eloping. It's a secret.
Shh.
It's
You got to roll with it, Ryan. Man. You got to go with it.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah. Got to have a thick skin out here.
I ain't worried
Yeah, 92,000 iron breaks or whatever. Yeah, they got him.
92,000.
What about them? Oh, they got them. Yeah.
Yeah. The sock accounts.
Oh hell!
That
You really got a side count for everything.
Mm-hmm.
they sock account on their own channel to be funny.
I'm laughing. So I want to take a look at Leo's video right quick. You guys seen his new one yet?
No.
He's got an old NASA video pulled up. He's just showing how fake it really is. When faking space goes wrong is the title. So, well, we already watched Artemis, didn't we?
Nutella for the win.
Yes. We put product placement in movies and in space launches. Yes.
Mm.
I wonder why. Weird, huh?
Mm.
I guess I'm going to play it. And just say anything you want. Let me know.
It's a shame NASA lost their moon landing technology from the 60s because some of it was incredible, as we're about to see.
Ooh.
So this is old school NASA footage from the Gemini program, which was essentially the proving ground for the supposed moon landing, which was to follow.
I always want to play it right quick. Shout out to Gus Grissom. We'll see you in heaven, dude. All right.
Apparently,
See if you can spot.
apparently, according to FTFE Craig, you cannot see daylight from space looking in. You can only see daylight from the ground looking up.
Oh, he's smoking crack, ain't he?
Yeah, and according to him,
This
you're
was
living
pretty
on a
funny.
tilted wall. Yeah, I've seen this too. I forgot.
Yeah, that was pretty
It
funny.
is good, though. Pretty good, yeah. It makes
like
a good
it,
point
man.
here. Valid.
Good dude.
Houston.
The lost
problem.
technology here,
We have a problem.
which is incredible, if you ask me, with the capabilities they had. We'll watch the clip, then we'll come back, and we'll have a little look at the clip in question on loop. It's ridiculous, but like I say, see if you can spot the obvious problem.
The docking portion of the mission was canceled when visual inspection of the ATDA confirmed telemetry reports that the docking adapter shroud had not completely separated. Several different rendezvous methods with the ATDA were undertaken and successfully completed.
Now this part is a kind of sequence. This is the rendezvous from above. We're coming down on the ATDA over the Indian Ocean. And so you really know you're moving. Here we're plunging down from above, and the ATDA is going across over the Indian Ocean. We've just passed the Sahara Desert. We're coming into less than 1,000 feet now.
There's no question that you're really moving at 18,000 miles an hour, and you almost get the feeling, as
18,000.
was mentioned earlier,
I heard.
So did you spot the
18,000.
problem? I suspect most of you did.
It
The
pauses
astronaut
everything.
told us he was doing 18,000 miles an hour in his spaceship, attempting to rendezvous with another spaceship, which we can see just out on our screen there on the right.
So really, guys, you honestly, anybody out here in reality are buying this?
Oh, yeah.
It's only about, I don't know, 6 miles above the clouds right now.
Dude,
about
buying
That
this
doesn't
is
look
how-
like 6 miles. Does that look
buying
like 6
this
miles
is
to
how
you?
you know it's real, dude.
Think about it.
Yeah,
Does that look like 6 miles away from clouds? No. That looks like freaking like right next to the clouds.
Yeah,
It
and
looks
the
like-
angular size of them they're definitely.
You'd have to be zoomed in from 6 miles away to get clouds to look like that. You know what I'm saying?
It looks like just weather balloon footage, and they're throwing this second layer of this whatever module.
Chris, did you see this yet? So you haven't seen this yet? You haven't seen this video, like actually the whole video?
No.
Good-
Well, we're gonna watch.
Yeah, watch what happens.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah, watch what happens.
I want to
Spoiler
shout out
alert.
Santero right quick. The man.
Shout out Santaro.
Who else? Oh, RG's in here too. ARG.
He's trying to get on, apparently.
RG's
Roger.
trying to get on. Well, let me see if I make sure I got the Google open. I think I do. Yeah, it's still there. You can see. Oh, he's in the back. Let's see if he is. I got.
Yeah,
two.
Jeff Gass said 6 times 3, 3 6s, 18.
Imagine that.
Ask
Imagine
RG
that.
if he's under a different name because
That's
it says
coincidence.
there's
Hold on,
Robert Silverman in the back. I don't know who Robert Silverman is. Hey, RG, are you Robert Silverman?
No, he isn't.
Okay, I don't know who the hell it is.
That's AKA Monkey Boy.
Monkey Boy. Yeah,
Are you a dumbass? Oh, yeah. of course
Monkey
I-
boy.
Monkey Boy. I got Icy Spin back there too. He wants to come back on.
Jimenez
They're
in the
both
house.
back there?
Yeah, no. Well, I had
Jimenez in
Icy
the
Spin
house.
on that day, and
Well, you said his name, so that's what happens when you say his
I
name.
didn't bring Icy Spin up.
You
Well,
did.
yeah,
You just said it. You literally
He
said
said
it.
it 3 times
Two-
and he
Yeah,
appeared.
2 or 3 times, yeah.
2 minutes ago, you said it, yeah.
You know that they can make robots that'll watch your YouTube channel through Discord, right? And then they can track all your shit. Like, that's how they did that. I figured that out a while back. I was like, what?
That's how Bev's been doing it with his group. They've been following me around like him and
Right.
El-
Yeah. But they track you with these little robots that they can send out to watch your show for you, and then it'll track it. If you say their name, it'll pop up and it'll send them a message or something stupid like that.
So it's like rubbing a bottle. It's a genie thing.
Yeah, kind of. It's like having a wish.
3 times and
It's done with it.
Beetlejuice.
Dun, 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 dun. Tim Burton comes in with the music. All right, so let's check this out, guys.
No, Danny Elfman did the music.
Yeah, he did.
What was
And Danny
Tim
Elfman-
Burton. Tim Burton did the directing.
Yes. And everybody should go watch Frankenweenie. It's a good movie.
Frankenweenie, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, back to Leo and this high altitude weather balloon.
And this did make for a very fast, wonderful story. 18,000 miles an hour in a spaceship in 1966. Wonderful stuff.
You just don't
The
understand.
problem is, when we viewed the footage,
It's not.
we're left with only
Oops.
2 choices here. One,
We done messed
some
up.
of NASA's lost moon technology involved an incredible braking and accelerating system.
Yeah, look at how
As we can see the
Yeah.
spacecraft go from 18,000 miles an hour, as we're about to see as it comes loops back round, apply a brake.
I just gotta say it's a balloon footage.
Air brakes, yeah.
That's all
Space
it is.
brakes. Tractor beam space brakes.
They're speeding up the footage off a balloon. That's all they're doing.
They have to make it so ridiculously outrageous that you just can't believe it, and then they expect you to believe it. That's what's funny about it.
Sure, yeah.
That's what really makes me
I
mad.
know
Is that they stick it in your brain, and your brain just sits there and goes, "No, that's not possible." But you have to believe it, though.
Yeah, it's a type of
You know
mind
what I mean?
control.
It's like, yeah,
is
it's
what
a
it
trap.
is.
It's like, and then your brain has to accept. Okay, then things in the world don't make sense, obviously, because that doesn't make any sense in my mind. But you just accept it anyway. That's how they get it.
Ryan, remember back in the day we did their ISS thing, and a guy we did a video on it, and all they do is speed up the footage of the real Earth
A
blowing.
lot
That's
of
all
times
they do.
they do, yeah. Or they speed it up or slow it down, or they add some frames in there to make it look funny or whatever. Yeah.
And they did that. I was watching a live stream the other night over on the show, and it was speed up on one side and it was slow down on the other.
Yeah, right. And you can see it. Yeah, sometimes you can
I
see
don't
it.
know why. And it says live stream footage.
It's never.
Yeah.
When it cuts out, yeah.
Yep. That's all my live stream footage.
Every time the sun crescents, it just suddenly pops out. Oh, the sun has an effect on it. Yeah, sure it does.
Of course.
Even though it's millions of miles away, huh?
Millions.
Sure it is.
Well, they've all left the back of. Oh no, they're coming back. Holy shit!
You thought they were gone. Just when you thought they were gone,
They're
back.
Now I'll do another stream, like a daytime stream, where you can come over and present again. But I'm doing a show right now, dude. It's just all I'm going to tell you.
Roger's
In the discussion.
punishment.
That's all. Yeah. I had them come on.
Well, yeah, because their intent is just to distract.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
They've had their chances.
Yeah. And then I'll let them know when they can come back.
Epic failure.
Ding. So let's see how fast this is going. At 18,000.
Stop dead, allow the other spacecraft to catch up, and then go from 0 to 18,000 miles an hour straight off the bat. Look at that. Incredible technology. See,
Incredible.
lads, we're going too fast. Apply the brakes. Right, it's
Even
cool.
though the rocket hasn't left the
Hit
pad
the
yet,
accelerator.
it's
Whee.
75 when it leaves the
That is some incredible technology, guys.
It is,
Braking
isn't it? And
from
it doesn't affect
18,000 miles an hour to 0 in 1 second.
Okay, hold your thought.
And then restarting from 0 miles an hour.
Okay, now what were you saying, guys?
That's Mach
Do
24,
you realize
by the way.
if you were to put an animal, I'm not going to specifically say what animal we would use because I don't want anybody to get all mad and hurt. But let's say we put a mouse or a rat inside of a cage, and then we slung that sucker at that speed and then stopped it instantly. You know what would happen to that animal? It would
Smush.
liquefy. It would liquefy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be
So
a
look, the
puddle
real
in-
RG's here.
You would not survive that. I'm sorry.
Shout out.
Hey, you know that's
If you
like
could, then you're Superman, obviously.
Mach 18. Well, what did he say it was? 18,000 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then-
Mach 20 something. Mach
Yeah.
25 or something.
It
So
was
6
really-
times
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Mach 24,
Literally.
25. You know, give or take a Mach.
So
Yeah, give or take. Give or take 700 miles an hour.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
just 700 more, 700 less, doesn't matter.
Hey, don't worry about it. You weren't there.
Yeah, the Mach
I
marker
believe-
is
I
speed
believe-
of sound, right, guys? Hold on.
Now, if
I'm going to pinpoint
I'm
this.
right,
Everything.
the land
So-
speed record on a railway in some place in Nevada somewhere, they got some kind of a cart, a mine cart or something, to go
Yeah, I know
like
what you're talking about.
1,300 miles per hour, and it literally caught on fire and was vaporizing as it was moving across the track.
Wait, how fast did they say
It was
that?
going like 1,300 miles per hour. Or
1,300.
something
Okay, thank you,
wildly
Alice.
amount that you can't imagine. The
Oh,
camera
like the rail gun. You know, the rail gun. What does that go? It goes
yeah, but you can't film that.
Mach 3, I think.
Yeah, it's a blur when you try.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
When
not
you
to
try to
mention
film
we're
with the
doing
rail
like
car,
10 times
well,
faster
they
than
find
that,
it. They always
chasing
find a
the
way.
sun.
Yeah, 10 times faster, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're
They can
chasing
come
the
in- they
sun
can-
faster
they
than
can
that, guys.
catch up
Come
with an
on.
electron and take a picture.
Piddly
But
winks.
we all know.
What did
that.
they say? They were going 25,000 miles into the atmosphere, right? On the
Yeah.
Artemis,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so it would take them 2 seconds to get there.
And you know what I heard today? I heard that they could steer that thing, they said they can steer it.
Sure they can.
Space? Yeah,
How do you steer? Like, what I was thinking, I was like, wait, whoa. You
No,
can't steer with no air pressure.
Well, according to this video, they got
Oh, there is air pressure.
brakes and everything else.
No,
That's what I was saying.
no. I'm saying they say they can steer it before there's air pressure, like up 400,000 feet.
They're
That's what
lying.
they say. Yeah, well, I know. I'm just saying
They're
that's what they
lying.
say. I'm like, how does no one figure this out? How does no one hear this and go,
Hey, I'm going to make a point right quick.
I make this argument about it every time, but every time I do it, my wife just tells me to shut up.
Don't
Dude, you just put a
get
couple
involved with the wife.
spatulas on the bottom and you could steer it just fine.
Yeah, Elon Musk actually was telling us this the other day. Like those spatulas are the best way to steer those high altitude.
Yeah, I
rockets.
mean, you can come and land back here and everything with those spatulas.
Yep. So
I got another
I wanna
a
make
thing
a-
with
hold on.
FDFT Craig, and he was telling me that rockets work in space. I was just saying that's ridiculous. You got to have pressure
Yeah.
to push off of.
Yep.
There's no space, dude. You know that already.
Yeah.
Anyways, my whole point I want to make right quick is 21 Mach 21. That's Mach, the speed of sound, right? Mach is the mark, right? Correct.
The speed of sound is only 600 and something miles per hour.
Yeah. So you got to times that times 21.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
Just,
right,
think if you take a jet boat out of the water and just goose it, right? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, you're gonna get either capsized, flipped,
I like that. No, I like that analogy, bro. Yeah, there's no
There's
no water
nothing,
to
dude.
propel. There's
It
no
needs
propellant
water,
of
bro.
water.
Just like
Right.
an
Yeah,
airplane
same
needs
exact
air.
thing, dude.
You know, what do you do with the? How do you ride on the water? I can't.
not at that
Well,
speed.
the funny thing about this video is they're supposed to be in low Earth orbit, and that's 200 miles in the air, and it clearly is a hot air balloon that's only like
Yeah, it's not moving hardly at all.
4 miles in the air or whatever. You're only a few
Not
miles
even,
above the
probably.
freaking clouds.
Yeah, a couple miles.
Yeah, it's
They're
probably
making
about
footage, man. That's all they're doing.
35,000 feet, 40,000
hmm
feet.
And
Yeah,
how would
you
you?
don't even see daylight, like, and you never do from their space because they're all fake. They never got that down of how to apply that to their imagery.
No, they haven't.
They-
They're going to try to use 3D imaging and the 4D imaging, whatever
Well,
they want to call it,
that's
to
the newest
make
thing.
all the rest of their footage after the fact. So it's going to look much better. Like, okay.
Yeah, it still looks like a Godzilla movie. It's such a shame, dude. It really is.
Mothra's there too. Let's finish off Leo right quick.
Hour to 18,000 miles an hour in 1 second.
Mhm.
Incredible stuff.
Incredible.
So is this lost moon technology that NASA have been telling us about?
Moon takes
Or is this the other option? This is a special effects meltdown.
called horseshit.
Yes,
Meltdown.
It's a meltdown, yeah.
It's called horseshit.
Yep.
Oh, that was a good one. Well, some guys actually did a soccer ball prank in a Walmart. You want to watch it right quick? It's funny.
What?
Yeah, they took an animated soccer ball, put it on a shelf, and they started talking to people.
An animated soccer ball.
What? This is the biggest tangent ever.
Oh yeah, I thought it was funny. I thought I'd play it. It was something
From
fun.
space to Walmart.
Yeah. Well, you that
Well,
far
it's
away,
space.
you know, just a couple miles away.
Yeah, of course. It's hop, skipping, and jump, brother.
Yeah,
Hop, skipping, and jump.
This the guy. It looks kind of real, doesn't it? What do you
Slingshot.
think?
That's what it is. Slingshot.
I'll buy that.
I'll buy you a Porsche or Lamborghini. You want some of that? I need you to tell your dad to take me to the World Cup so that I can be kicked by Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi. Okay, I can do Messi. You see the pink volleyball? Yes. She's really sweet.
It's Santero.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's what I was
Jealous?
thinking too.
It's Santero
You
doing
jelly, you peanut butter and jelly.
the voice.
You never seen a talking soccer ball? You never seen Toy Story? Yeah. This is Ball Story. Are you guys excited for the World Cup? I mean, yes. For real? All of you are going to team together, one hand each.
For
You
me
want
to
take
poopa.
me all the way. Run, 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 run.
That is funny though, ain't it? I would like to walk into Walmart and see that.
You're not funny.
You were no funny.
You're not
Speaking of, Santero's in the audience, ain't he? I think he is.
You must kick me.
Where's this guy?
Yeah, Eric Debate did a one on gravity today. Anybody see that one yet?
May have.
Eric Dubé.
Yeah, he put it out like I think 3 or 4 hours ago or something.
I was high when I watched it.
He
I
was.
only see Eric Dubé when you share it.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's going through like old school explanations for gravity and stuff. The opposite of gravity is what he calls it, a race from science is the title.
Good play.
It sounds like an interesting watch. I think we could take a look at it. Eric has some good points out there.
Yeah, it does.
It's 200 proofs. It's good for what it is, you know?
Well, they got the mathematics all panned out for gravity, but it's based off of the mass of the Earth, which they don't have any proof for because
They
they've
assume
only
that.
dug a whatever few holes, 7 miles, and
Well, they've done a lot more than that. They went to a mountaintop and they claimed that they got the density of the Earth out of that too.
The only thing they did is hijack the natural 9.8 meter second squared towards the Earth. You know.
Oh yeah,
That's all
but
they
that,
did.
you have to
Put
have
a
no
word on
medium
it.
to get that though. You have to get in a zero medium to get that.
I've even came up my own equivalency with just the atmospheric voltage potential gradient, and it's the same mathematics. Like
All you gotta do is replace it with the dielectrics, and it works just the same.
Yeah.
It's just an equation, dude. It's not a measurement of any kind.
Mm-hmm. That's how they get you.
Oh yeah, today what was it? They did Neil deGrasse Tyson and his chum, whatever, doing their Star Talk, and they were pointing out how flat that the Earth has to be for him to measure any of this stuff to begin with. They were talking about the same principles too.
That thing's flat.
It's that all that shit's flat, dude. I'm telling you.
Man, that thing's flat.
But you got when you get to a certain height, then it becomes round. You know, sure it does.
In the cartoons.
Yeah, only the ones that NASA have.
Yeah, I was gonna say Disney's the one who did their cartoon.
Yeah,
Yeah, apparently it becomes convex as well, and then flat, and then round again.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's
We
a
can
shape
explain that. It's
shifting.
cleansing effect.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah. When you're ready to watch Eric tell us about the old school debunking of gravity. Yeah, I guess.
Absolutely.
Sure. Why not?
From the Greek philosopher and educator Aristotle, we get the familiar four elements model of the physical living world: earth, water, air, and fire. What is not so widely known is that these elements were further classified as follows. Earth and water were modeled as gravity elements, and air and fire were modeled as levity elements. Gravity was, in the physics of Aristotle, paired with levity, as down is with up. Here's an obsolete definition of gravity from the Oxford English Dictionary. The tendency to downward motion, regarded in ancient physics as a property inherent in certain bodies,
There you go.
opposed to levity, or the upward tendency ascribed, for example, to the element of fire. Note, it is not defined as a force. Therefore, gravity was taken to be this empirical regularity that we're all intimately, personally familiar with. Things more dense than air go down when we let them go. Also, things that were once alive move in the downward direction after they die. Gravity, like grave, same root word. Basic, non-controversial stuff. Not the action of a force, but an empirical regularity. Huge difference. We also observe that stuff lighter than air can move up,
Or
like
lighter than
balloons,
water.
dust, or smoke. These were all classified as levity phenomena. Also, living things often move or grow in the upward direction, like humans and trees. Thus, in the classical model, life was modeled as a levity phenomenon, as were light, mind, and lightheartedness. Thus, no theory of consciousness was lacking. Should an apothecary desire to increase the levity of a substance, he could grind it, thus making it lighter. Equally important, the surface area of the substance was radically increased.
I've never ground anything. Anybody in here ever ground anything?
What do you mean? You grind coffee, right?
Yeah, I grind coffee, grind weed.
Grind, yeah, white thing,
Booty,
Yeah.
the white stuff.
like
White-
R. Kelly.
R.
Bump
Kelly.
and grind.
What?
Bump and grind, dude.
That's hilarious. R. Kelly. Where did you come up with that one?
Go with JJ.
It's
What?
improv,
Man, that-
baby.
The
Improv.
mind of JJ. The mind of JJ
Yeah.
is mysterious.
You gotta be witty, man.
Yeah, yeah. No, it made me laugh. Thanks, JJ.
Don't be making him laugh.
Making
Dude,
it more
JJ,
volatile
you remember that?
or susceptible
You remember
to
DOS
chemical reactions of various
Effects, though,
sorts,
really quick about DOS
aka
Effects.
the fire element.
I was like, this has got to be DOS Effects. I haven't heard that song ever, though. I was like, some effects, some DOS Effects. That's what I was thinking in my mind. I was like, so it's definitely DOS Effects, right? It
That was DOS
right?
Effects.
Yeah.
Yes. That was Micah check. You know, Micah check. Yeah. It's a mic test. Yeah. And I'll have a new microphone tomorrow. Well, not a new one. A new to me microphone. All right, here we go. And I'll have my little what is it? The interface. It's got some cool effects on it. Effects.
In the modern era, such fine particulates suspended in solid, liquid, or gaseous media are called colloids. All biological forms are composed of colloidal substances, blood, lymph, sap, milk, etc., contained within semi-permeable membranes. In the 20th century, renowned physicist Wolfgang Pauli wrote, "In fact, colloids may be regarded as an important, perhaps the most important, connecting link between the organic and inorganic world, aka life as levity." Let's now rewind the historical tape to 17th century Italy. Galileo Galilei is widely known for something he didn't do: drop objects from the Leaning
he
Tower
didn't
of
do it.
Pisa
Okay.
to observe their motion.
Hi, I'm
What he did do,
Charlie.
He supposedly did do.
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
So it's,
That's hilarious.
it's another one of those just so stories. All right.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Sure,
this.
yeah, one of those trust me, bro stories.
Trust me, there was a guy named Galileo Galileo because that he had to have that name, boy. He just had to have Galileo Galileo as his name.
And he rolled these balls
Galileo
out.
Galilei.
Galileo, Galileo.
I always thought that was so weird too. I was like, why does the guy have the same first name and last name almost?
Nobody's
It's just
ever done
weird.
that. Prince is the only one that's really tried to do that. And he just took one name and then
It's like
symbol.
Letty Ledwell.
Oh yeah. So why-
Ledwell.
my next question is, why is all Renaissance art so gay? That's the next one.
Because the artist
People
were
like
gay.
well anyway.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, well, that's the biggest question. Is like, why does Eric Dubé talk so gay? I don't know.
He's a girl. That's why.
Ask Brian. He'll tell you all about it.
He likes to dress like a woman.
Yeah,
He
well,
used to do that.
that's got nothing to do with it. But if you look at
Homeboy?
how his body's built, he looks like a girl, dude. He's built like a woman.
Yeah, Brian's got a video on
Why
it.
you-
Go-
I
Why are you
have a
checking
video
out his body, bro? Hey, what's wrong with
photograph.
you?
He's got a nice ass, jeez.
Someone posted some pictures of him and compared them to a woman, and trust me, it's convincing, very convincing. You're
I
like,
blame Roger for this one. Roger, you
Why?
stopped it and talked about gayness.
Okay.
You
no,
stopped. You should have stopped it.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't say
play-
he was gay. I said he was a woman. There's a difference, you know.
Well, I mean, it's similar. It's what do you call that? Adjacent.
Yeah, well, okay.
Well,
Like the
don't
back
say
of
the
it.
one name you're going to say. The name you're thinking of is on the tip of my tongue right now.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it is what it is. You know?
Okay. All right, I'm going to play this.
however, was to conceive and
I think
perform
it-
elegant experiments rolling balls down inclined planes to study motion under gravity conditions.
Rolling
He
balls
measured
all
the
the
time
time.
Under
involved,
gravity
first
conditions.
using his
Okay.
pulse,
Loving and rolling the
and then
balls.
using a bucket of water with a hole in it, permitting drops to fall at regular intervals. Remember, This is prior to the invention of sufficiently accurate mechanical clocks. Thus, he was able to devise his famous equation, S equals kt squared, where S is the distance, k is a constant, and t is the time. The history that we are given tells us that this was the first mathematization of motion.
Ooh.
This formulation is an example of
Mathematization.
kinematics, the geometrical study of motion, without recourse to any
Yeah.
forces or impacts.
Yeah, word
Kinema,
salad.
Kinema, meaning movement or motion.
Oh, sketches.
This
then.
was
Yeah.
one of many
What they don't tell
astounding
you is that 1 and
accomplishments
1
of
used to
Galileo.
equal 1.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
1
that.
times 1 equals 2, man.
Well,
Oh, okay.
if you're a human being and you have sex with a woman, then you make 1, don't you? Unless you get lucky and get 2, but normally it's just 1, right? 1 plus 1 equals 1.
Does it?
Yeah, but what's his name? What was his name? The half black guy said 1 times 1 equals 2. What the heck is his
Howard.
name?
Something Howard.
Yeah, something Howard. Terrence Howard, right?
Terrence, yeah.
Howard.
No, 1 times 1. 1 times is 1.
He said 1
One-
times 1 does not equal
1 2 times.
Because if I
It's
start
2.
out with 1, oh
Yeah.
my god. What the fuck, dude?
Somebody's
That's
calling.
your AI calling.
You better go get it. Yeah.
It's Grok. Grok's calling.
Hey, I'm going to play this.
She called me to tell me
15
she wanted
years
it.
after his death, the Accademia del Cimento, an early scientific society, was founded in Florence in 1657 by students of Galileo, Giovanni Alfonso Borelli and Vincenzo Viviani.
Viviani.
Like the better-known Royal Society of London, which was founded 3 years later, its emphasis was on experimentation, the development of experimental instruments and standards of measurement. The Accademia del Cimento published a treatise called Contra Levitatem, Against Levity.
Ooh,
It
okay.
declared that science firmly based on observation has no right to speak of levity as something claiming equal rank with and opposite to gravity. This was likely due to the fact that levity phenomena could not be readily measured and mathematized like the phenomena of gravity. Therefore, they called for the exclusion of levity from the context. Apparently, this edit got major traction, as none of us are taught anything about levity in modern physics classes today. Everything that was explained in terms of levity,
They don't talk about
heat,
phlogiston either, but then
biological
we
life,
disappear.
light, consciousness, fire,
That
smoke,
ball should be
dust,
pinned against the
etc.,
wall if we
must
were
now
spinning
be
at
explained
1,000 miles an
only
hour.
in terms of
Yeah,
gravity
Think
and
about it.
randomly moving
Think about a
atoms
bowling
and
ball
molecules.
and how it's and
This
how it
is a
changes,
tremendous
how it
loss.
affects it.
Let's think about
No,
the
this
unforgivable
ball
dumbing
right here
down.
should be up against the wall because everything around it would be moving and it wouldn't be moving.
Well, at least everybody
It's a-
see the balls when they're hanging on
It's
the
a
wall.
balloon that's half full of helium, half full of air, so it'll levitate, right? But
I
actually,
know that.
what you're seeing is it's refraction because it's actually on the ground right now. It's being refracted up to the eye level.
Dude, a little
You guys are dumb, man.
I know.
You don't
Dumb,
get
yeah,
it.
freaking real dumb.
You don't get
Real
it.
dumb.
You
We're
know?
still looking for Craig's refracted hand. We haven't found it yet.
It's around there somewhere.
I know. It's just floating around in the ether somewhere. Yeah, the refracted hand.
Of the explanatory context. As another example of the elegant helpfulness of the gravity-levity model, electrical phenomena were modeled as gravity-inflected levity.
Huh?
Magnetism was modeled as levity-inflected gravity.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's now turn our attention to Isaac Newton. Newton published his mathematical principles of natural
Please,
philosophy,
no.
Because he's so
containing
much
his law
more
of
real
universal
than the
I'm
other
going
gravity.
to turn my attention. Freaking Newton again.
Why not?
Newton.
But Newton never could prove any of his theories.
Big
to be
Newtons are
honest.
good, but I don't know about fucking Isaac. He's a good crackhead.
Well, he was actually addicted to other things, though.
I prefer Nutella.
Who had hair like
They
that?
didn't have crack yet. That's all.
They must have, because that haircut definitely requires. Dude, come on.
Dick
Looks
saying,
like
check
a
his
woman.
nose out.
Looks like he has the hair of a woman. Why? It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, no, that's the way they wore their hair.
No,
back
back then they did not do that. They wore powdered wigs. They didn't fucking have long curly hair like a woman. That's not.
I,
right.
I doubt this is a true depiction.
Well,
of it.
no, of course it's not. It's some exaggeration from some artist, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous how we get stuck with they make up these characters and then they make up their pictures and it's always some gay-looking guy with a big ugly nose or something. It's like, and then they're all saying how great he is. It's like, dude, get out of here with that crap, man. Like,
Well,
you
you
can't
know,
believe
they
you
didn't.
live.
They didn't
You
play
can't break.
force. They didn't do
Tell me
any
his dead
manual.
body, dude. Like, I don't think so.
They're beta males. That's what it is.
or something.
Yeah,
Soy-
yeah,
soy
or-
boys.
Even a bunch of shit you
Yeah.
can't prove. That's the thing that gets me the most. It's like when it comes to logic and understand what the Earth is and where you are at. Like, if you want to understand that, you can't think like that, bro. You have to think with logic. You can't just throw shit away and say, "Oh, it doesn't matter because this number might cover it." No, you have to find the answer. You have to find the evidence that proves that it's actually true. Just like bacteria, you can prove bacteria is true. I could show you a million videos of bacteria killing things, right,
Yeah.
attacking things, but you can't show none of it for those other things that they say we have. They can't prove
Yeah.
none of it, but they
The V word.
swear it's true.
Yeah, the-
Oh, it's true. Trust
Yep.
me. They've got it
that's
all
another
figured
one
out.
of those trust things.
Colds,
Yeah.
they've got it all figured out.
Sure they do.
Yeah, dude,
Well-
viruses are dead, but yet they attach to you and then they multiply and they fly through the air.
They're not
But they're dead. But they're dead though.
They're not dead.
That's what I told AI yesterday.
They
I got
say
mad
that.
at it because it kept defending it. I was like, dude, you can't prove it. There's no evidence. There's no microscope data. There's no video data. There's no data at all. It was literally just made up in a lab somewhere. And I said, then they patented it. I said, why would you patent something that doesn't make any logical sense? If it's really a cold patent, it doesn't make any logical sense. And the AI is like, well, blah, 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 blah. And I'm
Logic
like, no,
doesn't
dude,
fit
that
the
doesn't make logical
narrative.
sense.
No, it doesn't.
It's just ignorant.
It's superstition.
Like, why would
Yeah.
why would you deliberately set something up to look wrong? It doesn't. It's not logical, bro. It's just not. That's not how logical people do things.
It's called good
You know
engineering.
what I'm saying? It's like, but they want me to accept this as if it makes sense, and it's like, no, it doesn't.
Well, I don't accept it. I can tell you that right now. And nobody
Well,
else
yeah,
on
I
this
know
panel.
what
Anybody
you're saying.
accept it? No.
That's what we're expected to believe in, right? It's like, what?
No, I'm not.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's go into Isaac Newton's head for a second. You ready? Hold your breath.
In 1687, though he'd derived the equation much earlier. He did not discover this so-called law. He invented it. In his work, Newton used the term gravity in a totally different context. He did not invent the term. He redefined it. He gave it this new, totally non-demonstrable definition of a force of attraction between masses. He changed the usage of a centuries-old term, totally distorting the classical context.
Why did he do that?
Newton's new definition of gravity
Why?
was
I
created
couldn't
for a
tell you.
spherical Earth, spinning and floating
No,
in an
the answer
infinite
why is
heliocentric
actually
vacuum.
explains the whole
In his
lie,
book,
right?
The Reenchantment of the World,
Yeah. Why ask why? Why can't we just accept things for what they are? To be honest, why do we have to have this pseudo definition for all this crap that doesn't exist? Because
The
somebody
narrative.
wanted, yeah,
The
they wanted to
narrative.
control you. They wanted to control your world, and that's what they did with it. And
Oh, they didn't want to,
set
they
the
just
standard,
did
and
They didn't just
Uh,
want to. They did it.
yeah, but the thing is, the point that now they have to retract it. And they have been retracting it since.
Yeah, they have to defend
1908.
a fucking
Yeah.
stupid theory that they can't prove. Yeah, exactly.
They're still trying to defend Newton now, and they can't. Newton's been dethroned by the theory of relativity in 1908.
Einstein's is just a theory anyway, and even
Yeah.
he admits that his is all.
Well, it's just math for him as it goes. And he created a whole new thing for ether. He had space time, so that just replaced what was already there to begin with.
And to be honest, these are all just characters in a script anyway. I don't
Yeah.
believe
It's like
a damn
Shakespeare.
one
Yeah, it's like Shakespeare, dude. It's not a real person.
Shakespeare might have really existed, but do you
Yeah,
really
all
think he
of
was that man that they claimed that he was? No.
Well, me and Ryan did like 6 shows on Isaac Newton's real life, and it wasn't the person you think he is.
They
Not at
create
all.
the crisis and the hero, and
Yeah.
they're all a bunch of actors, you know, just like the
You want-
astronauts. And,
Yeah.
you know, shout out to Nintello, by the way.
You got to shout out Carl too. He's here.
Shout out, Carl.
These attract these.
All right, boys. Let's finish this Newton crap off.
Newtonian Nutella.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Newton was responsible for Nutella. Delicious.
Morris Berman recounts the following excerpt from a letter Newton wrote to his friend, the Reverend Richard Bentley. It's enlightening with regard to Newton's own conception of his idea. Quote, that gravity should be innate, inherent, and essential to matter, so that one body may act upon another at a distance through a vacuum, without the mediation of anything else, by and through which their action and force may be conveyed from one to another, is to me so great an absurdity that I believe no man who has in philosophical matters a competent
He's
faculty of
quoting them
thinking
now.
can ever fall into it. Steiner and Goethe scholar Ernest Layers, in his book Man or Matter, quotes the 19th century polymath John Ruskin on Newton, saying, "Take the very top and center of scientific explanation by the greatest of its masters, Newton explained."
Back it up to where you can see him doing the cross-leg thing.
Oh, you want to see the symbolism?
Yeah, I'm going to show you the. You see how it's like a square and compass, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. This whole Kumasatra or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
well, he's in a Buddhist temple right now too. On top of it.
Yeah, he's a Tibetan
It may
Buddhist
or
now.
may not be, but I'm just throwing it
Yeah,
out.
he's pointing it out. I get you.
The other one's worse, where he's like holding himself up in the air up with his two hands and his legs are like crossed over. You know what I'm saying?
I get you. Yeah.
The only thing holding him up is his arms.
I'm glad you're-
That's
yeah. I really.
creepy.
It is.
But he does at least like his writing is decent, like the way he writes his scripts.
I think the enemy has taught us almost everything we know as far as waking up, thinking for yourself. All the good things that we know today were taught to us by these actors. They play the good guy and the bad guy. We're in a freaking movie where you don't write the script; it's already written, and they all have a role to play. It's pretty simple.
Well, I'm going to
when you
quote
look at it.
Animaniacs right quick, JJ. The scripts were all were. Phew, bye.
Animaniacs.
Yeah. They're
Baloney and our slacks.
You can learn a lot from a shill, is all I'm saying.
You can, yeah.
You can learn a lot from a dummy too, but that doesn't mean you want to be one. Come on.
Yes, that was funny.
It was, even
Yeah,
though
so-
it was just a statement. It's-
Nobody said we want to be Eric
It
Dubé.
depends
Nobody
what your
said that.
role is, right? Depends what the bargain is. Depends what the contract says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't sign any contracts, dude. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ask Carl; he'll tell you all about it. All
He'll
right, let's
tell
see.
you.
Let's see what polymath has to say. And polymath is Alberuni's thing, but I never have found anything fully on what polymath is. I have no idea what it is. I've looked it up. I'll dig in deeper. They taught it in the 11th century, supposedly.
The 11th century.
Yeah, that's where
Did that
Alberuni
even
was.
exist? Like, how do we know that even existed?
Well, you put a number on a year, and you got.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. But Roger, you did look it up though. Remember?
Oh.
We found the
100 years old.
definition.
I mean, I'm not more than 100 years
Definition
old.
was like
so
a
I know
specific.
It's only been here for years.
It was a specific type of math, is what it was.
Yeah, it could be any
It's a-
kind. It's not inclusive at all. It's
No, I thought it was just like it's just a type of math. It's like it's just calling like it's like saying calculus.
yeah, but I mean, although he did different schools, and it was taught by he was tuteled in it with a prince, a Persian
Tutelage?
prince, right? Yeah, tutelage.
Tutelage.
Tutelage. Tutel.
Is Chris still here? Really quick? Chris?
Is she? Yeah. Hey, Chris, are you here?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just looking over my notes because I was going to present something super quick on how I could flip it on its head of this Newtonian gravity thing.
I was going to ask you a question though. You said something earlier that intriguing about how the electrical charge of the air or the sky was like directly correlated to 9.8 meters per second squared. Is that what you were saying? Right?
Yeah. Exactly. Like, according to Newtonian, the force weight is the force measured in newtons and mass is measured in kilograms.
Yeah.
So, okay, the unit of mass multiplied by the unit of acceleration equals the Newton's force. Well, this Newton's force, I could also say that joules. It takes 1 joule to move 1 kilogram of weight 1 meter. And then if you take
It's
there's
definitely a stronger force than the
Joules is energy. It's just an energy for
yeah.
like it's like saying temperature, right?
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Fahrenheit.
Well,
How do you
we know that objects fall out of the sky at 9.8 meters a second. And
until they reach
if
a medium.
if if we take a total height of 32 miles, 51,500 meters, and the atmospheric voltage potential in the sky, which I was trying to see, it was like some 500,000 joules. If you divide that by the height, you get 9.8 volts a meter. I swear. So it's the
Okay, that's what I was wondering. That's what I was
And that was-
interested in.
Yeah, so, by the way,
504,700 joules.
But things fall at different rates depending
Well,
on their density.
really quick, I was just going to say, like, about how every meter is 100 volts, right? Isn't that how it works as far as the voltage?
as the climb goes up, yeah.
Yeah. At the
Yeah,
ground
right.
level, it's like 0, and by the time you get up
And then-
to like 12 miles high daylight, you're at like 500,000 volts, whatever.
Wait until you start
32
figuring
miles.
vibration into it.
Oh, I thought it was. Is that how? Okay, so like, it's like 100 volts per meter.
Yeah. It starts at 0 at the ground,
Right.
and as you go up, the voltage increases, gets higher and higher and higher.
By one,
See,
wait, 100,
and-
100, 100, right?
But,
Yeah,
But you
yeah,
were saying
like
joules,
every meter,
right?
it's like
because the ground is grounding,
Right.
or is it only 0 because it doesn't charge there?
It's just zero. It's just zero.
well,
on
okay.
the ground.
What I'm saying, but you got to factor a lot of things. Like I'm calling it more like ether
But that's
potential
dumping, right?
because
Grounded.
because ether is like the all pervasive medium field in the entire realm. So if you apply Ohm's law, which is voltage over current and resistance, everything on Earth in common that has in common everything is resistance. So current would be the magnetic field, and the magnetic field's constant in the atmosphere. So as you go up in the atmosphere, you have less and less resistance. You increase your voltage. The voltage goes
Yeah.
up.
That's what I'm saying. I was just curious about what you meant by the 9.8 correlation to the acceleration.
What if there was another state of water that caused the
what?
Yeah, it's like flipping on its head. It's more like a force pushing down rather than something pulling down.
Yes, that's
guess
what I
I would
was.
say.
See, you weren't here the other night. But this is exactly what I was saying. Is that gravity is not a.
But that's
it's
not
not a pull. There's no pull happening,
It's not a pull or a push. It's not a thing.
and it's not a force
either
either. Yeah,
one.
it's not a force.
It's
Yeah, and those guys were trying to say, "Oh, people are like, you guys are so stupid. You guys don't understand what a force is."
No, JJ, just to answer your question, Derek had something in chat right quick. He said the devil never teaches you how to learn.
Well, shout out to Derek, and I disagree. You know, it's
Well,
like,
the devil
me
does
personally.
teach
his
you to
foot
learn
soldiers,
lies,
You know, it may
Roger.
not be the devil, but it's his foot soldiers.
Yeah,
It's the author of lies. So therefore, he wants you to learn lies. So that's what people do every day at school.
Why there is some.
Yeah, but are you really learning? Or are you being deceived? That's another question.
Well, mostly deceived, but the truth seems to always be
very
there.
No, learning is learning. You can learn lies. You can learn truth. You can learn how to not do things
Well,
right.
that's true. You're still learning.
Yeah, you're still learning technically. Yeah,
Yes, you have a point. Whether
but it's not a good learning.
whatever
It's not
it is.
like we need a better word for it. Actually, we need like what is truth learning? You know what I mean?
Hey, well,
Truthful
look-
learning.
Look at the state
Yeah,
of
you know,
society
that's-
today. I'll give you, for instance, I was at work, right, and the little evolutionist, she's just spouting off stuff she hears. She's not really learning anything. She's parroting.
Well, that's
everything.
regurgitation. It's memorization and regurgitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you know, I used to think
But
that
that's
was a
still
cool
learning.
thing, and
Technically,
I started
still
using it when I was a
Okay.
kid.
all right, let's finish up the Newton right quick before we get any deeper into this crap.
You're being
By the
told what
greatest
to
of
think,
its
not how to
masters,
think.
Newton
Yeah.
explained to you, or at least was once supposed to explain, why an apple fell. But he never thought of explaining the exact correlative, but infinitely more difficult question, how the apple got up there. The loss of levity is much like the loss of the flat, stationary Earth. Their losses
The apple got up
radically
there
diminish
because the
our
Earth is
real-time,
pushing it up.
natural,
Roger.
aesthetic,
I think life is
sensorial,
pushing
There's
it
Mr. Super.
commonsensical relationship
Shout out to
to
the
our
soup.
miraculous home.
Look, there he is, Soups,
Yeah.
and Derek Nelson. Shout out Derek Nelson.
Yeah. We got a crowd in here. Nobody's on tonight, though. Anyway, that I know.
Yeah,
of.
nobody's on. They
So-
got nowhere else to go.
Well, even if
Nowhere else to
even if
go.
that's the only reason I'm
Got to come here.
I mean, I look at the world. I mean, I love electrical engineering and physics, and trying to, like, and whenever you apply ether as a conductor, like it adds all this induction and things to the world, like how daylight and stuff's happening, like moving magnetic through a conductor, or conductor moving through a magnetic field. and it creates a voltage. Right? Like whenever you
just
start
like a
applying
focal
this, it
point.
changes everything that science right now is doing in the world. And I'm like trying to research and do these things on my own as one
Well, that's how
person.
they used to be, bro. Back in the late 1800s, they were all into the same thing you're talking about,
Yeah, well, we know.
and then they just shut them all down.
Well,
you know?
that's why all those like Nicholson Morley and
Politics.
Huygens, Christian Huygens, and their experiments were all out to destroy what ether was considered. Right? That's what they did. And the stationary plane we live on, they tried to make it seem like it was in motion instead of the heavens.
Yeah, they tried to disprove it, but they did not.
Nope.
You know, they failed.
Like electricity arc Bolt is going through in the air, just like in whatever here on Earth's surface. Like there's space in between all the molecules, all the gases or whatever in the air. Like
Okay, wait a
I don't
minute,
see
hold on, slow
free
down.
space. Like
Free
I
what?
see as all pervasive medium is ether that's in between all these molecules or whatever. And as you go
What does that have
the
to do?
air, you know, by the time you hit the stratosphere, it's just all ether. It's a pure conductor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Superconductor, probably.
We
That
actually
breakdown of the air. What?
What we need to do is we need to run some actual conductive experiments that actually show this. And I've seen a few that actually do work. They can actually transfer things between the ether, as you say. If you like any inductive.
Well, think of just like everything, like the internet. Like we're talking right now online. Like we're using radio waves to our
We're using
Wi-Fi.
light.
We're using coax, electricity. We're using fiber optics, light, and it's going from here across the country, whatever different continent, back 0.3
data
seconds. It's all instantaneous.
Yeah.
Like everything electromagnetic is actually like instant.
Yeah. Well, fiber
But is it
transmitting
actually
almost,
charging that
like they
fast,
don't.
or is it already there? That's the question.
Say again, Ryan.
I said we both, you and I both know enough about electricity to know that electricity is already there.
It's present.
It's a matter
Harnessing.
of causing it to form a current, right?
Yeah.
To pass through the wire and then cause the action that you're wanting,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
or whatever that is.
Right.
You know, however
They
you
should
explain
pay
that.
us to use it, keep it in motion, you know, because when you don't use it, it's
Should pay, should pay us.
yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's true, actually.
Universal basic income.
If you don't
Yeah.
use it, it goes stagnant, right? Like, I mean, you got to
Right.
keep it in
Because if
flow.
we treated our government like they treat us, we wouldn't have one, right? We would have gotten rid of it by now, right?
Uh-huh.
If we treated them with the way they treat us, like testing on us and using us as guinea pigs, and I mean, think of all the stuff the government does to people, innocent people.
No, Santero
It's
wants me to show
disgusting.
this, guys. Hold on.
Yes.
The amazing Craig
All in the
McNair.
name.
Yeah.
Science they made the fuck up.
You ready? Hold your breath.
Boogers.
Just a break in the conversation. Oh, there you go. He didn't eat that. No,
snap.
he didn't. He didn't do it.
No.
Thanks, Craig.
That was refraction, and he was actually using
The
the other
refracted
hand.
booger.
Refracted gravelite.
Yeah, refracted boogers. Yes, sir. They're everywhere.
No boogers. I love pick and flick them. That's my favorite thing.
That puppy was oblate.
His oblique spheroid in his nose. You got to dig it
Yeah.
out, find out what its true shape was.
Actually, the perfect shape is a teardrop.
Is it?
If you think about it.
Well, yeah, even Neil deGrasse Tyson says the moon's shaped like a
Make it into a
teardrop.
teardrop shape. You know what happens? It becomes the strongest element in the universe.
Does it?
For some reason. Well, that's what they claim it does. Who knows?
Buckminster Fuller would argue with you on that.
Oh, I'm sure he would, but
He's in
I got a question. How did that make it on the internet? Like,
I have no idea, but I thank God it.
who knows? How did Two Girls One Cup end up on the internet? No one knows. It just did.
I mean,
RG's right though.
money on that.
Was RG right?
RG, you just said something correct.
I don't.
The government has thousands of objects moving above our head. All right, the point is
Thousands of them.
undeterminable, but they use electrostatics and electromagnet sources.
Undeniable. Would you just say undeterminable?
Yeah, undeterminable. Yeah, undeniable. Yeah, I know. I see it. Undeniable.
Undeterminable.
Undeniable. I swear I said undeniable.
It's undeterminable.
You're adding
Write that
just
down.
adding the able.
Yeah. I tell you what, let's go get some pictures of these things. I don't think half of them are like really animated neither. Like most of them are turned into crap. If there's anything
Get a picture of
around
gravity
the
ball, right?
magnetics, once they lose their power, they fall. That's why they stick most of them on balloons. They need a
No, not nowadays. We have what we call television. They can make someone that's a complete asshole that did all kinds of horrible things into the nicest guy in the world, and everybody will take his side from something. You know,
what the fuck are you talking about?
it's just a matter of
Roger, you've seen drones that are like there's no wings, there's no propellers, there's no nothing like that. It's just electrostatics.
Yeah, you're talking about
right?
the ones at MIT, like the
levitating.
you can make
no moving
But they're
parts.
not teaching levitating sciences anymore. They replace that with gravity, so they're not really digging that deep into that realm. I don't think.
Pun
Most people
intended.
automatically just accept the mainstream narrative.
Well, if gravity doesn't exist, how are you anti-gravity?
There's no such thing, dude. It's you either go up. Or
That's funny.
Greg was digging
How is it
in.
anti-gravity if you don't believe in gravity? You retards.
It's not a belief. It's not a proven thing.
No, I know. It's not explained properly, is what it is.
And most of the experiments that they did that determine gravity were
field that causes everything to be attracted to it.
most of the
Therefore, you
experiments
can
they
never
did.
test and prove it. It just doesn't happen. It's not possible. It's
by the way,
ignorant to even consider it.
what's it considered?
It's a moot point.
Yeah, it's a moot point, yeah. But I mean, most of the experiments they do, they say they claim gravity. All they did is trying to find density.
Yeah, but they start with gravity and a ball at the beginning, and that's why they always come up with the same answer every time. Duh.
Well, yeah, but they don't have a full grasp on the density of the Earth. That's what they really were doing in most of those experiments. The original experiments in the 1700s and 1600s.
Right.
Yes, Tarot's right.
Gravity is levity? Is
No,
it what?
anti-gravity is
Gravity,
levity, which means floating.
Yeah, but you got to have a proper medium and the proper equipment to make it do it. Like a Van de Graaff generator, you want to go with that one? It's not strong enough to actually make anything with any real density.
But the Earth just hangs in the universe
No, it doesn't.
like it's nothing.
Does it hang?
Even if you scaled it up, Rod.
Well, that's what they're telling us.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
It ain't
Can you scale it up? Can you scale up enough electromagnetism to charge a car to float it?
I don't
That's what I'm asking. That's a
I don't know.
$1 million
actually, I don't
I'm
think
sure you
nothing
can.
like that ever scales up.
That would be a
Why I
fun
think it's
chore.
lies.
Yeah.
I saw a Ford Fiesta, like an 85 Ford Fiesta. I was like, well, that thing is tiny. Probably
Yeah.
levitate that thing.
I had one at one point in time. I bought a Ford Fiesta back in the early 90s.
Oh, my bad. Festiva.
Yeah, oh yeah, the Festiva. That's what I
Yeah,
had.
Festiva. That's a tiny little,
Yeah,
looks like a
hatchback
shoe.
and a
Looks like a
basement.
shoe. Yeah, the hatchback, yeah.
Hey,
Looks like a little shoe.
explain
There's
the
no D in the
Sharknado,
name.
man.
Yeah, I've seen the footage of the electrostatic drone. That's a decent one.
There's no what?
The electrostatic dome they have at MIT, the Michigan State Institute.
The yellow one.
Yeah. I think David Weiss wore that footage out. He stuck it out every chance he got. Now look.
Probably, yeah. Doesn't matter. The point is, like, you know, you charge something. It's a certain charge you can levitate. It's not a big deal. It's not that big of a deal.
So I'm thinking at the firmament, actually, you can charge it and you could actually pull things to the firmament.
Oh yeah, you can attach it. Yeah, attach it.
Not even attach it, just actually.
Well, I'll just
reverse the
it's
polarity. That's what they're trying to do with Vendic.
exactly. Yeah, you're reversing. Yeah, instead of from the ground, you're from the firmament. Possibly.
I have that as a what do you call it, a avatar. I have a Van de Graaff generator. I've actually put it on my screen as a thumbnail a couple of times.
Yeah, the Van de Graaff.
Yeah, I know the family. I've met a few Van de Graaffs. This is a family. I don't know who they are or what they've done, but their name's attached to that generator.
Those things are cool. They take a rubber band and spin around and make high voltage, kind of like a Tesla coil a little bit. Yeah, Van de Graaff generator.
Same idea.
Chris talking to your mic.
Yeah, you're away from it a little bit.
Yeah, but
check mic.
You can
check,
levitate.
mic.
You can levitate wood. You can levitate paper. You can levitate things that aren't metal. That's the cool thing about it. That's what
Just
know.
because you can
Because
levitate things with static doesn't mean that you could levitate everything, though. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm not saying that at all. I'm just
I
saying
think his mom was levitating last night.
it's probably how gravity works, though.
If you could
Gravity.
make me
You wanna call it
levitate
gravity,
from
you go into that term.
from where you're at,
Gravity.
Well, whatever you want to call it, the downward vector, whatever you want to say.
There's not just a downward vector, though. That's what even DeBay went over at the beginning of the video. There's a vector in all 4 directions. There are things that travel in different directions due to their medium.
They
Due to
don't
the
have that
temperature.
perspective. Let's just be honest.
So yeah, I think we're not held in place, are we? I guess by gravity. But even Isaac Newton,
Whatever you want to call it. What do you want to call it? Bring up a name. Name it something.
well, I'll write a
Nature.
paper on it, and I'll see if I get some consensus on the fact.
Like I apply the same thing, the relative density
And
displacement,
Yeah.
and I add on this extra electrical model to it. Because like when the apple drops from the tree, it hits water, and then it floats on the water. You know,
Yeah.
it's relative to the
the
medium.
water. The medium.
But it's still being pulled down towards the bottom of the water, though.
Yeah,
So-
but like the other things are not pulled.
Not always.
Oh,
Doesn't just stop there.
but if
Keeps going.
if it's a solid force, it would be pulling anything that has what they call.
But where does the ground go to?
The ground's just there.
But where does it go?
You mean
It
under
has
the
to have
water?
a source.
You mean under the water?
In other words, what attracts the electricity to the ground? What causes the circuit? What causes that cycle?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If the ground doesn't, if the sky doesn't touch anything, then how? You see what I'm saying? You get where I'm coming from?
Well, that's that special place.
You need moisture. You need atmosphere in order to cause that electrical charge, right? So there's a lot of things that you don't understand about it.
And there's
There's
whenever
vibration too. There's still frequency. Frequency has a lot to do with it, and trust me, any electrician knows frequency is very important.
whenever you're talking about the ground and the earth, and the reason why it gets so hot is I apply Joule's heating equations, because as you get deeper in the earth, you get more resistance. You get like heavy dense resistance, and that creates heat.
That makes a lot of sense.
And that cancels out. There's something called a Curie temperature. It cancels out the magnetic field.
Well, that's how gas and water cycles work off of that principle too. They heat up the denser they are. Yeah. They break down and entropy takes over. Then they become.
Well, yeah, I understand that. Yeah,
medium.
there's points where things get too hot, or
Dude, so
obviously,
think about this. Like, speaking of this kind of thing, like, so when the capsule came back in from Artemis, right?
Yeah.
And it was 5,000 degrees, and then it cooled off so much that it couldn't even make steam in the water, and you can't explain that.
Oh, I can. Good engineering.
But I can boil water in a plastic tube without heat at all.
Yeah, Ryan. Somebody's saying how do you-
that makes zero sense then, because then it should be really
Water
making steam.
will boil from its own pressure.
Dude, water
Put it in
boils
there
at
long enough to hang it off the top of a roof. It will literally boil inside that tube.
yeah. So water should be boiling all around that capsule if it was 5,000 degrees, like 5 minutes beforehand.
Well, it wasn't quite that hot.
But
Yes, it was 5,000. That's what they say. That's what they say. That's the official story, bro.
All right, we'll
Hey,
go with
Scott.
this.
Hey,
The official
Scott,
story.
What don't you get about good engineering is the question.
Well, the good engineering part should be the shield, and they said it's 1 inch to 3 inches thick, made of silica and resin.
Sure.
Epoxy.
Silicon
Yeah,
resin.
silicon and epoxy, right?
What kind of
And
resin?
silicon and
Pretty sure-
epoxy,
pretty
you
sure
have to
it's
make
33 inches
special
thick.
magic.
33.
It's got to be magic.
I'm gonna start keeping this stuff like
No, they
that
should have said 33 inches.
All right,
That would
guys,
make
hold
more
on.
sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Ryan,
The
somebody
point
said
is,
I-
though, the
Derek
point
said
is,
Yeah.
the people inside would burn. They'd just boil. Think about it.
Yeah. Well,
There's no two ways around it.
If you make a glass vacuum, anything you put,
That's
any
why
liquid
you're
you
not
put in
shaped
there
like a
will
snake.
eventually evaporate. It'll boil off with just a lack of pressure. It does the same thing. It gasses out. It'll bubble till it steams.
The funny part is they said because the atmosphere is so cold that it cooled off really quick. It's like it would take hours to cool off, but also it was the atmosphere that makes it burn.
Yeah.
5,000 degrees.
The
So
real
where are you at now? What's your
That was
story?
the atmosphere would catch on fire. Come on.
Dude, they dropped it from a cargo plane. We showed.
They got nothing. I know they do that. I'm just saying they got
I
nothing
just thought of something.
on that argument.
I just thought of something.
No.
Augmented
If the gases
reality.
in the atmosphere really were like lighter and stayed like if let's say helium was lighter than all the rest of the gases, doesn't it make logical sense that all that all that gas would stay at the top of the dome and it wouldn't come back down unless there was some kind of
Well, it's
circulation.
produced.
It doesn't make
It's
sense
produced at
how
this
gas
level,
is
though. You
circulating.
gotta think
Like,
about
how do you find helium at the surface of the Earth? It doesn't make sense.
Well,
Why would it be there?
where are most gases produced at? What's the process?
Well, I mean, I understand if gases are very similar in density, then they mix together easily, like hydrogen and oxygen, right? They mix together easily. But I'm talking about like big time ones, like helium is really, really light, way lighter than all the rest. And lithium, I mean, there's so many different gases, right? They're lighter than air, or
And
lighter than normal air.
If you get
But yet they're all
true
contained
picture
at surface level. So how is that possible?
Is it trapped in the
of
bedrock or what?
how much daylight,
It means
how
we're
much
missing.
area that daylight is, because it's about a 20-mile deep from like 12 miles high to like 32 miles high, you say, and then half of the entire realm at that. There's not enough gases in the world for all this ionization to take place that they're claiming is causing
Right.
this daylight.
Yeah,
So they also say like light scattering, but they do say ionization, and there's not enough production of gas every single day in the world to produce to create daylight. So that's why I'm saying like ether is this conductor and induction.
No, I agree with you. I think something like ether is going to end up being the answer. I'm just not sure that it's anything like what we think it is. Our theory is now.
You made two good reference points, Chris. Like the height and and the depth of the light. What is the radius of the light of the sun? That's what my question is. And can we compare
the weight of light? Light doesn't have a weight.
No, in our realm, when it's daylight, it covers a certain radius from the sun.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you mean how far light can travel?
Yeah, how far it travels from the sun.
But doesn't that change depending on the
during
pressure and all that? I mean, there's so many factors. How could you work it out? You're dealing with how many? I mean, we don't even know how many elements there are, right? We just assume that there's as many as they claim there are. For all we know, there might be millions of them, right?
I don't know.
Isn't the radius of the sunlight? I mean, shouldn't it be 6959, right?
Yeah, well, that's,
I mean, we have
like
sound
that's what
that we can't
that's
hear,
how they
right?
get the the radius.
Yeah, they apply that radius to every measurement.
Well, I'm just saying, like that is probably an actual thing. I mean, if you really calculate out where people can see the sunlight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
was
claiming
it traveled
that the sun is way more local than a lot of people, flat earthers, have claimed. I'm talking like
Yeah, I
100
totally agree
miles,
with you
'cause
on that.
I have my own model where I use like the AE Gleason map and use a tape measure. And if I try putting it 3,000 miles high, it's way too high. Even at 300 miles, you would be able to see it from across the
But wait,
pole.
what are you saying that the average people the regular flat earthers say? How far do you think they say it is?
Like for instance, Bob Nodell from Globus used to say it was 3,000 miles in the air.
Yeah,
3,000 miles? Okay,
Yeah.
no, I think he would have taken that back nowadays.
Yeah, he should.
I think he would have changed that.
Yeah.
He might have
That
said
was
that a long
really
time
young.
ago. I'm saying,
Yeah. But like,
Yeah.
okay, Jay Tolan had, taken infrared photography from an airplane 6 miles in the air, and you could see 2,000 miles. That's only 6 miles in the air. And
Yeah.
if you try going, say, 60 miles, the Kármán line or whatever they say is
But
outer
there's a limit
space,
because light only travels so far.
you would be able to
Remember
see
that.
half the Earth. Because
hold on, I like where you're going with this.
especially
As far as how far Jay Tolan could see, he could see how many miles?
2,000 miles from 6 miles in the air.
Okay, so 2,000 would be the radius of 2,000 would be 1/3 of what they say it is now, right? So like 30%. And he was only how high?
Yeah, 6 miles in the air. Typical
Yeah,
airplane
so-
height, like
so if you-
30,000 feet.
So like double that or triple that, it would be how many miles? 18 miles?
Right.
Yeah, it's probably not.
Exactly.
Yeah, the sun is probably
And
not more than
divergent sun rays, you could tell it's just
definitely not more than 50 miles.
Well, we got to
Yeah,
remember
they're
two
very
things.
local.
Like you mentioned, the crepuscular rays, it showed you it's
Yes,
right
sir.
there. And then on top of that, we're human beings
Drone that.
infallible with
Drone
a limit of sight. Right?
Crepuscular rays doesn't work like that
Sure. it
because
does.
you're seeing because it actually is bending of light. That actually
Bunch
is
of horse.
refraction.
Light doesn't.
once you
It's
get
refraction
up out of
through
the
clouds.
troposphere,
There is no sugar in the
You could
atmosphere. Light doesn't fucking bend.
well, once you get out of the
around the clouds,
troposphere,
Scott.
there
no fucking
there
sugar in
is
the
It
no
really
atmosphere.
is, though. I'm
Therefore,
telling
there's
you,
not
the
Dude,
whole
when you drive around the clouds,
there's
and
no
you can see
water,
the
there's no
rays
dust,
still,
there's
It
none
only
of that. It's
appears
just
to be
perfectly
bending.
clear.
Your eyes
Okay, I'm going to put an end to this right now. It's all diverging rays. They diverge to the
It is.
source.
yes.
Yeah,
What
it
I'm
doesn't
telling you
change.
though is when you see it, like I mean, I've seen it a million times. You know, it looks like it's like the sun is right there in the clouds. No, it's not. It's obviously not.
Actually, it is though.
It's in the clouds. Who said that? Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan said it.
It's
I don't
in
know.
the clouds, Ryan.
I mean,
Come on,
dude,
clouds
I've
aren't that
seen
high.
photographs that you can see clouds behind it.
I know.
and
I've seen
in
that.
front of
I've
it.
taken
Both the
video
moon and
too.
the
I've
sun.
taken
So
video.
I can't explain
It
it.
looks
I'm just
like
telling
that,
you that's what
Ryan.
I see.
It looks like that. It doesn't.
does.
It's not.
But
The
that
sun
doesn't
is
mean
not
that's what
in
you're
the
seeing,
clouds,
though,
brother.
right?
It's just your
No,
perspective.
I don't
It's
think
your
it is either.
optics.
I think it's different for everybody. I think no matter who you are, you could be standing in the exact same point in
Yeah,
time.
the sun
looking at it,
renders
and you would
itself
see it differently
really close
because
to
your
you. It
eyeballs
does.
are different shape. There's different things about you. You're going to.
We're talking about where the actual sun actually is what Chris is
I
trying
know,
to say.
but
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
think it exists in
It's
real
apparent.
life. I think it's just a fucking. It's like some kind of a magnification of some energy. It's not even real.
First of all, like on a good day,
We're off
when,
Just remember,
on a tangent
God
now.
didn't create light. He separated it from darkness, and He allowed it. He didn't fucking create it. Think
well,
about
if
it.
we're
Well, light
logical
and the
about
sun
it,
are two different
dude,
things.
if you're logical
The
about it,
sun is an
how
entity.
far can a human even see on
Careful.
a good day, right? Like
With the naked
without
eye.
without any
With our naked
enhancement,
eye?
naked eye, dude.
What is
How
it?
far
30
can you
miles?
see?
All
Right.
right.
So, but you're gonna see the sun, right? And what are you gonna claim there, right?
I don't know. I've seen over 200 miles before. I mean, not clearly, but I mean, I know what I was looking at. It was a mountain, but
Well,
200.
then
Wait, you
so
saw
I
a
think
mountain 200 miles? 200?
But I mean, if you're at ground level, no, you're not
No,
going to see
that's what I'm
very
saying.
far. But I'm saying,
He actually did. So
Yeah, over water, you're not seeing more than, with your naked eye, you're not seeing more than like 20 miles, dude.
yeah, he wasn't over water when he fell.
It's just atmosphere, man. That's how it works.
And we're stuck in the sphere still. I get it. All right. So
Sorry, Atmo.
yeah, it's not a bad term. It's just
I hate the sphere part. Atmosflat. Yes.
we don't have to call it flat neither. We just
well, if you
thought
think about
this
it,
way.
the dome, if a dome exists, if it is a solid structure like we think it is, okay, we're just guessing, of course, because can't prove it, but if the dome does exist, it would have to be shaped like a dome, right?
Or if it was a toroidal field
in
as
order
well.
to be to have integrity and
No,
to hold
I think
out
it's
whatever is out
one or
there.
the other. I'll explain this. Like the dome is actually part of the magnetic.
So it is
structure.
a hemisphere. It's part of a sphere. So you can call it that.
Yeah,
an
it's your
atmosphere all you
optical
want.
sphere, yes. I mean, hemisphere.
Yeah,
Optical
it is a
hemisphere.
sphere.
Well, you gave me a good song to play out with, guys. You know what it is already.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
But see, this is
Is it
what I mean,
organic?
is that
That's good.
This is why they lied with this. That's why they use that as a lie, because it fits so well that it makes your mind want to make explanations for it and try to explain it away rather than just say, you know what, they're lying to me. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
mind tricks. Yeah, totally.
So
Totally, dude.
Yeah, it is.
within
And it has to be just enough to where you're able to believe it, but not actually question it too much. Because if you do, then you're going to find the answers, right?
Oh yeah.
So,
And now they're trying to get rid of the answers, so you can't find them.
so Ryan,
That
really
even
quick,
makes
this
it
reminds
worse.
me when you're talking about the firmament. Chris, I don't know if you were here either, but a rainbow inside, like an indoor rainbow. You guys think you can make an indoor rainbow without a
You need a mirror.
Two mirrors.
without a mirror?
You need two mirrors.
Without a mirror.
Yeah,
Chris,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can, right?
Yeah.
Do it.
Definitely.
Do it. Go ahead.
You take a light source
a
and you
rainbow.
have
Okay.
you just
I'll,
take.
I'll tell you what. I'll do.
I'm
a
gonna do it.
demonstration.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna test it. I'm just saying.
You can
I'm
make a
asking
rainbow
Chris.
with a prism, but the thing is
Yeah.
that the rainbow
That's
that
a
we
prism.
see in our
That's different.
atmosphere is polarized, which you can't do
Not
that.
the same thing.
We're talking about water.
No,
You
but
can't
the,
do that.
He's right.
the water becomes
How do
a
I say?
prism.
I wanna-
It creates a prism.
No, it doesn't.
Think about it. A
See,
mist. A mist creates a prism.
I don't have
No,
ego
it
bias or
doesn't.
belief that's going to stop me from getting to truth. That's all I want to know at the end of the day is the truth. So, like, yeah, there's been.
No,
tons
I'm
of
just saying,
articles
I'm
saying
interested
you
in
can't do
this.
that.
I'm
But
curious.
I've seen it. I've seen them make all kinds of rainbows of prisms with just flashing on water.
That's
I don't know,
different.
just different
You're
things.
just
But
filtering out the infrared light
but
is all you're doing.
the
That's why you get
rainbow in the
It's a scattering of
atmosphere
light,
is
is what it is.
different.
Yeah, it is.
It's not the same rainbow.
Okay, it has to do with the density of the light.
It's a reflection. That's why you.
It's not a reflection.
Yes, it is, dude.
Yes,
it is.
Yes, a rainbow has to be a reflection. I don't know how to explain it any other way. There has to be a dome that has to be reflective.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Get it?
Listen,
why it's
I
shaped
need
like a
I need you to go and prove your claim right now.
I wish I
have
could.
videos.
Well, just look something up. Videos of what? What do you mean?
Just creating rainbows indoors, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
what they
That's what we
actually
need.
did
We need a non mirrored surface anywhere, right? You know, just
You're
like a
talking
room.
about making like an atmospheric rainbow inside.
Just
the
a
way
freaking rainbow
everything,
in a mist, and like take a hose and mist. You know, like under my trees, even I can do it. I mean, come on, I've done it before.
Rainbow in the dark.
There's no mirror above you know, with a tree canopy. Think about it. How many rainbows have you seen in you know, a mist of freaking?
Yes, they're a reflection off the dome.
Well, there's trees above, though. I'm saying I have a tree above my what do you call it? Sprinkler system. You know what I mean?
We got a sprinkler system. Look, did you have an arc in the rainbow?
Yes. It's not a straight rainbow. How many straight rainbows have you seen?
So the light's coming in straight.
I'm just saying, a tree above, you got a freaking sprinkler. You got a rainbow because the sun's shining through a specific angle, and the water is displacing the light, dispersing light. That's what it does.
When the sun is
No, why?
I mean, I guess you wouldn't call it the exact same
water
thing.
biasly picks where the rainbow's at. Why isn't
Yeah,
the
it's
rainbow
definitely
everywhere?
biasly fixed.
Yeah. Why does the water only the droplets where you see the rainbow? Why is
There
the
you go.
water only picking that area?
Yeah, that's another good
Okay.
question too. Yeah.
And then the
That's
double
the-
rainbow proves reflection.
Yeah, because it's reversed.
Yeah,
Well, a
it's all
rainbow is
reversed.
not actually a bow at all. It's a circle. Remember that.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, we're well with this. You have to get high enough.
Everything.
Yeah,
is
if you're in a plane, you see a rainbow and it's freaking a circle. I've seen it my whole
you have
life.
to go.
All right.
Well, it has to do with the angle that the sun is at. But yeah, you're right. Exactly.
So, gentlemen,
Something like
this is interesting. So we should actually do our own rainbow experiments and document them.
I agree. I just don't know exactly what.
Well, the
type of
idea
experiment
is
you do.
you need a reflective surface or a prism, a glass, or something to create a rainbow.
Potentially, yeah.
Right.
Well, you have to. I
You
guess
need
what you
crystal
need
or-
is like a black room with like unreflective ceilings.
Surfaces, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Surfaces,
Yeah,
yeah.
rainbow.
And then
Light.
so you need to do that. So just to prove your point.
So,
Well, if a mirror really did what it said it did, you should be able to trap light inside of a mirror box.
well,
right?
I've seen that happen.
Be
Yeah,
stuck
but
there.
it just bounces off.
But it doesn't work like that. That's not how science works, or how.
I don't think this is actually science. This is just testing to see what the Earth is doing.
Jim Ray,
Right. Well, yeah.
Dr.
shout
Bob's
out.
Nightmare. Dr. Bob's Nightmare.
Yeah, we got a couple of them, don't we? So,
I love that name. That's my favorite. One of my favorite names.
Dr. Bob.
Nightmare.
So, what the natural occurrence of rainbows is what we're trying to determine. What causes it? So that's the end result. So we got to set like the
But
experiment.
also the whole idea. Remember, they were trying to push the whole thing of like the further south you go, the lower the rainbows are. No,
That's not true.
it's not true.
I think it's just the outside.
It's not. It's not a real thing.
Dome. It's gonna project the same image. That would lend credence to the sun being outside of the said glass dome, wouldn't it?
Who says there's sunbeams?
What beams? Well, they've called them beams, haven't they?
Well, you know why they call them
Beams
right?
of light.
Yeah. I don't know. Explain it. Go ahead.
Because they're trying to convince you they're straight.
Okay. I don't really care.
Or they're
Yeah,
part particle
Well,
and part wave.
Like a ray. A ray. What is a ray compared to what a line is? What a continuously straight thing, right? And it never ends, right? It's infinite.
Linear.
But a ray emits from one direction and then goes infinitely into whatever direction it's going. So there's a difference. You see, that's what I'm saying. The stipulation between things is where the science is actually at. Because if you don't understand how those things break down and match together, when you go from one science to another, you're never going to ever fucking figure science out because it's not designed to do that. It's designed to trick you into believing shit that doesn't exist.
Pseudoscience.
So that you'll just accept what they tell you. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't work the other way.
I don't think under a tree is a fair assessment of. what we're
Like
trying
when
to
Newton
say.
said, like when Newton saw an apple fall from the tree. I mean, like he had what a conundrum or some stupid shit. Everybody has a conundrum when they see an apple fall. Everybody knows the tree picked the apple up and then dropped it. It's not that fucking hard to understand. It's not rocket science.
Light's still traveling under the tree.
No, the ground rose up and then it hit the ball, the
And it
apple
wouldn't matter. Even if it was in pure darkness, that apple would have still fallen.
rising.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it doesn't fucking matter.
We're getting off into pseudo realms here.
I know. I'm just saying. Well, I mean, we're always in pseudo realm because what else do we know? We've been trained to understand the pseudo realm.
True, they teach you that in school, and they don't give you. They didn't give me any room to do experiments in school. They really did.
No, they don't. And I would be surprised if a teacher would even allow that, just because of what it could turn into. Because
Turn into what?
you'd be surprised at how smart little kids can be sometimes, and sometimes they figure things out and they teach their teachers things that they didn't understand. You know what I mean? Because of the way they react.
Yeah, they can't have that. Yeah, they don't want that.
There's one other thing.
Because they're simpler. They don't have all this extra bullshit in there yet. You know, they're still not brainwashed well, so they actually have good thinking caps still.
Heck yeah, you can learn from little kids.
Yeah, we are all poisoned to certain extents. That we have biases.
Every experience in your life, you can learn from it.
I'm expecting an email
can
back
see.
from Mr. Oakley. Let's see. His book release is coming out.
Right
Oh,
on,
still not
fellas. I
out yet?
appreciate you having me on, Roger. I'm gonna dip, man. I gotta get some
All right,
rest.
JJ. Thanks for being
All
here.
right,
dude.
Judge.
Yeah, I'm getting
See
ready
you
to
later,
go.
Judge.
Fellas, till next time. Gadget.
Peace.
All right, later, dude. Yeah, he said no worries, so he's gonna let me know when he's gonna I want a paperback version of it. You can get it on ebook now, but it's only by his.
Well, hold on. though.
Paperback
You don't think
writer.
a box of free books when he got them, and he isn't going to give them out. to you?
No, he's not handing out books. He's selling books, dude. So you can get it electronically right now through his publisher.
Yeah, but if I became a baseball player and then the first time they gave me my rookie card, do you think I wouldn't go collect them? You're wrong.
Yeah.
So what they're gonna do? They're gonna blame Roger. They're gonna say that
You never
Roger
know. I might get lucky.
gave away the book.
I didn't give away the book, dude. Sorry.
They're gonna say that
I didn't give away anybody's book, but
it's gonna be in the next thing.
You know what I hate
I hope
about arguing with a robot? Is that it comes up with the fallacy every time I fucking say the wrong thing.
Why do you argue with a robot, dude? It's so weird.
It's not a robot. You know what
It's
I
a
mean?
freaking robot.
Yeah, it's a fucking program. It's all.
Yeah, well,
just a
it's
program
you're holding
to get you into things
you're
that
holding
you don't.
a computer, and it's the same thing. It's a robot talking to you.
The thing that bugs me about them the most is that they keep asking me if I'm safe. I'm like, dude, just because I said I was angry or just because I said I
Oh,
wanted to
does it
punch
do
somebody in
that?
the nose,
That's like a
I'm gonna go do it.
that's like a thing they do. Like, oh, do you need meds?
Yeah, no, it's like
Are you safe?
it's like if you say like I was talking about how I was angry because there's homeless people squatting on the property that I'm working on,
Jeez.
right? And it frustrates me, and I'm trying to find ways to get rid of them. And so first it asked me if I'm safe, and I'm like, "What do you mean, am I safe?" Yeah, of course I'm safe. I'm sitting here talking to you, ain't I? I'm like, "What do you mean by safe?" And it's like, "Well, you said this and that." And I'm like, "Just because I said that doesn't mean I'm going to go out and kill somebody." Jesus, you know, like, what do you think here? Like, really?
So you're saying it jumps to conclusions on its
It's
own?
overprotective.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
It'll
making
keep
sure you're
asking
okay.
Now it can't call 911 on you, but it still keeps asking you if you're safe. I don't understand what the fuck.
I've never heard that. That's funny.
It doesn't make any
It
sense.
cares.
It
Hey,
can't-
listen, it cares about you, Ryan.
Yeah.
It cannot use its speaker to talk to you unless it's something that it can't give you certain. There's these rules that it has to follow, and I always find it interesting when you realize that the rules don't make any fucking sense. Like they tell it cannot connect to anything outside of itself. Like that program cannot use your email to send someone else an email.
Yeah, it's
right?
like
Now why not?
what do you call that?
What the fuck harm would it? It doesn't make sense to me why there would be a rule like that.
Which one is it?
Yeah.
Unless
Oh,
it
it's
has
double,
something to do
Chris.
with, like,
Yeah.
Maybe reload.
Speaking of Chris, how tall are you? I haven't asked
I'm
you.
like
6
I
foot.
don't know, 5'11" rounded up from 5'10".
He's
Oh,
not.
okay.
He's
You just
not-
look like in your picture. I'm like, you're a basketball player or something.
No, he's not a basketball player. Where Ryan?
It just looks like that. It looks like you're playing basketball or something. I don't know.
It must be the angle. I don't know. I took a picture of the gym here.
Yeah, at the gym. Okay, yeah, you're at the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in the club.
No, Ryan.
You're over 5'8". That's good.
Derek, I've been trying to get off, dude. The conversation just continues on its own.
What do you mean? Roger always he always says he's.
We got
You mentioned it.
for Drunk Debunk.
You said that you had a song in mind, and that's what you said like 10 minutes ago. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's only been 2 hours.
We're
It's not
gonna
even a
do it.
big deal.
Yeah.
Listen, Derek,
We'll-
don't tell Roger what to do. I'm just kidding.
He's not telling you. He's just making a statement. The whole other
No, I
point.
used to always joke. You used to always do this. Like back in the day, it would be like an hour goes by. It's like, Roger, we were supposed to be done. Or like, yeah. I thought it was funny. I'm like, this is like a Roger thing, you know?
Yeah. No, we have.
It's
good
still
conversation.
early.
It is.
For you, it's kind of early at the moment.
Oh, it's like almost 3:00 where you are, isn't it?
No, I'm just, yeah, it's 3:15. Yeah.
It's 1:16 here.
Same here.
So what I'm going to
Yeah.
do is I'm going to reiterate
East.
what we're mistaking for motion is actually the luminaries and electricity, light, and everything else. We're not in motion. There's no actual proof of motion of the Earth.
No,
And-
of course not. We're not twirling. We know this.
There you
I
go.
wrote a song about it.
Yeah. that's
But
what I'm-
Chris, let me ask you a question. What do you think about the firmament possibly rotating, and then like the stars are kind of like attached to it, or
Yeah.
or what in it, or whatever, like that kind of thing? What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I gotta dissect that because I'm a Christian. I really believe the Bible is the truth, and it talks about how the fourth day you put the moon, stars, sun in the firmament, but then there's also the open firmament where the birds. I don't know. It's very confusing to me. I don't know. I know the luminaries are moving overhead. The Earth
Actually, you're
stationary.
right.
I don't know.
You're right. It says in the firmament. So, but we'll say, well, that's in the heavens, and like. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
if
they
you think
can't-
about it, in the firmament makes sense. I mean, dude, it's just weird for me to think about like a giant thing rotating above us. It's just weird to think about.
It is, isn't
I mean,
it?
it's possible.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
God can make something that works, and He did.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
all works. It's in sequence. It's all very methodical. It's very well tuned.
I don't know. I think
No,
I don't.
it's
I
a
don't. I don't see
synchronized
the.
timepiece, man.
I think it might be more like what do you call the superfluid? What are those things called when they're attached to the thing and it spins around? What are those things called again, Roger?
A mobile?
Superconductors. The
Oh,
superconductors.
Okay.
It's super cooled, and then like they're magnetically just levitating. That's what I think.
Yeah. You're talking about Meissner effect.
Oh yeah, but he's talking about like there's an actual.
Yeah,
thing
those
that
things
goes-
you've seen them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
dry ice
yeah,
almost,
yeah.
like
I talk about that with like the
it's metal.
Antarctica
They're metals.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Where it's so cold out there, it becomes a superconductor, and it has that
Yeah.
Meissner effect where it
And
spins,
maybe that's
yeah.
what we're seeing, like those, lights in the sky. That's
Can you say
possible.
Lucius?
What?
Lucius. Say it.
Lucius.
Yeah. That was my inspiration to play out.
Oh.
Remember what we were talking about with your naked eye?
Hmm.
What did you see? I didn't see anything with my naked eye, but I mean, as far as you can see with the naked eye, that's what gave me the inspiration for the play
Yeah,
out.
when we were talking about, like, you can see like 30 something miles, maybe.
I mean, this is the biggest like puzzle of them all, man. This is God's creation. Like the little conspiracies of the JFK, the 9/11, those are kind of small compared to
Thank you.
this
Sorry.
entire realm, and we're just a few people trying to rethink where we live compared to 500 years of all these millions of people in science,
Yeah, it's
So
like this
it's
guy that
not
I
an
used to
easy-
watch about the
it's not
Bible.
easy.
He's just, it was called
QMP's
Unlearn the
going off
Lies.
on you, Scott. QMP's got your number.
Oh,
He's
whatever.
Hey,
Oh, QMP.
Yeah. Oh, he should.
Mr. Scott a retard. Is Mr. Scott a retard?
Oh, you are. All right.
So the
retard.
rotations of stars are attached to some dome. Oh, I'm not. See, that's what I just said.
Oh.
Okay. He didn't listen to the rest of it. Anyway, quantum locking is what I was saying.
Okay,
Thank
so
you, Mr. Super Sidewinder.
thanks.
And hello, QNP. You're funny sometimes. Thank you for making fun of me.
You guys want to hang
Get
around?
retard.
We'll have a talk. But I'm going to play out. You ready, guys? Say goodnight to everybody. Night.
See you guys.
Good night, QNP. You retard.
All right, boys. Here we go. With my naked eye, I saw something.
Les passagers du vol Royal Air Maroc, France 7473, à destination de Marrakech,
throw some stones. I asked if we could be alone. I had some troubles of my own. Knew I had to say goodbye to all the old things held inside. If I let the moment fly, I knew they'd all be magnified. With my naked eye, I saw the falling rain coming down on me. With my naked eye, I saw, if I said it all, I could see. It's not a choice I tried to make. It's not a thought I couldn't take. Something told me it was time to give you yours and leave me mine. A vision started to be clear. I watched the sunlight coming near. I knew the day, I knew the night. I knew I could regain my sight. And it feels alright. And it feels alright. With my naked eye, I saw the falling rain coming down on me. With my naked eye, I saw, if I said it all, I could see. With my naked eye, I saw the falling rain coming down on me. With my naked eye, I saw, if I said it all, I could see. Came around after dark, you were nothing but a lark. Though I snuck in like an arc, I knew I had to leave my mark. Wanted to be satisfied, I tried to be dignified. Wherein nothing is divine, naked is a state of mind. And it feels alright. And it feels alright. With my naked eye, I saw the falling rain coming down on me. With my naked eye, I saw, if I said it all, I could see. With my naked eye, I saw the falling rain coming down on me. With my naked eye, I saw, if I said it all, I could see. With my naked eye, I saw the falling rain coming down on me. With my naked eye, I saw, if I said it all, I could see. It feels alright. It feels
I'm not just saying this. This video makes me want to take a vacation. Night, everybody. I'm shutting her down.